we're gonna talk about the culture. And if you don't know about what the culture is, then you don't know about us. You must have been living under a rock for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we are the culture. When I say us, we as the melanin, black, brown people, we are the culture, man. We set the trends. We set everything that needs to be part of the culture. Everything is popular, everything is popping, everything is cracking, whatever you want to call it, live, lit, whatever the case may be, we control the trends. We're here to talk about it today, man. So if you on the Facebook, you have any questions, get at us. We're gonna definitely look into you in the chats, get some stuff going on there. Also, following us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Like, share, subscribe, tap in with us, man. We're going all the way in. And right now, I want to introduce my guest coming to the PM podcast right now. Lifestyle podcast, Corey and my boy B True, man. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
I go with good.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. What say?
So what your boys on, man? What's good with it?
What's good with you, man? Corey, what it do?
I'm chilling, man. Like I said, you got me. You caught me in the vehicle, dog.
Hey, man, you look like you chilling too, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
I pulled on the one, man. Somebody's neighborhood. I don't know.
What kind of car is that, man? I see
Tesla.
that's a special type of roof.
Yeah, I see the blue sky.
A Tesla.
A Tesla, huh?
The Model S, though. Yeah.
Oh, wait. You see how you threw the Model S, though?
Got
It
to.
means it was something that I was forgetting not to put in there, and it was something else special about it. Now, I ain't a Tesla type of dude. What's the Model S, man?
That's it. What's the Model S?
Well, yeah, I'm not a Tesla dude,
Hey,
man. I'm a Chevy kind of dude, like El
listen.
Camino.
The best one you can get.
For,
You know what
oh,
I'm saying? The
okay.
best one. It's all. I'll put it like that. The best one you can get. It's more of a the sedan instead of like the small kind. I think the small Tesla like for women. You know what I mean? Like the Model S is more like again like a family or even like a single person. You know what I mean? Like you can still. It looks good. It looks good. Yeah. It's not compact.
Okay.
So
It's
it
not
ain't
it's not
compact.
small, 80 bit.
Yeah.
Because I can tell by the way you was like it's a Model S though.
Yeah. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
talking
Like
about Teslas, but I got that Model S though. No, don't
yeah.
forget
You know
about
what I'm
the
saying?
Model S.
You
You
see
know.
that roof in that joint, man. That roof, boy, you see the sky that good, you understand me?
Yeah,
Yes,
you got the
sir.
roof illuminating throughout the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's not a
You know
green
what I'm
screen
saying?
background right there, baby.
The boy playing Mo 3 outside, man. You heard me? You know what I'm talking about?
Hey man, so look, man, when I brought you fellas on here today, man, we talking about, we was talking earlier about the culture, you know what I'm saying, and what our contribution is to the culture, what we mean
Yes,
to the
sir.
culture, and what, who created this culture. Right now, Los Angeles is going through some crazy stuff out there in Los Angeles, man, and they're rioting or looting. It's an unrest right now because the ICE, since President Trump been in the building, we all know that ICE has been, once he's been put in office, the next day he was knocking at people's doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I got homies that's down with it. You know what I'm saying? That's Hispanic, Mexican. I got family members that are mixed, got the black blood and Hispanic blood. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
it can touch a base. You know what I mean? It can touch home, close to home, but you know, I'm getting a
I've
lot
been
of people
watching
turning
it.
around.
Say, I've been watching it. And what's that? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I've been watching it on that TikTok and I've been seeing. I didn't know what was going on though because they was gassing. Police was gassing these people and everything. I'm like, what's going on with this here, man? That
No,
was that is. I heard somebody saying something about some ice and stuff. But,
it's
I don't.
ICE. So basically, they're designed to take. What they're doing right now is taking people out of their homes and taking them back. Across the border. Right. First
Yeah.
thing they was doing during the election was talking about security of the border. So you have a lot of people that went and voted for him and got him into office. And I don't know if they thought he was going to be like, psych, I'm just playing or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he started taking people back across that border, bro. Day one. That next morning, he was knocks at the door. So it's a lot of people looking around like, well, dang, do we help? How can we help?
I'm gonna tell you what he doing wrong since he said that. I got this Indian cat up there while I be playing a game at the store. He said one of his friends and his wife went up there to renewing their citizenship. That she had the American citizenship, and he said they still sent that lady back, man. You know what I'm talking about? For real, it was crazy. He said, man, and when you said that, now I see what the ICE is about, because I see, man, where I be at, it's a lot of essays over here playing the game, dog. But since they've been talking about this ISIS stuff, man, them boys don't win in hibernation, dog. I'm talking about, I don't even see them hanging out no more. So I guess that's what it is. A lot of these people ain't got their green card, and they just out here hanging the swing, trying to make some money. Man, they see people leave Trump. One thing I can tell Trump about this here, he need to listen up closer when I'm gonna tell you is, Trump, you ain't gonna get no black people out there in that sun. You ain't gonna get them black people on that roof. These essays alone, man, they out here building America, man. We not gonna do it for you, dude. You know what I'm saying? These them essays alone, man, they benefiting a lot around here, man, that you ain't seen, that they really do see, but they don't care about it. I guess they think these American people gonna go out there and build these freeways and build all these houses, man. Well, we're gonna live in some shacks or something. If we build something, I build something, I'm gonna build it for me, man. So I'm telling you, Trump, right now, leave them people alone, man. Come on, man, we all bleed the same, man.
All right,
But
so
that's the thing about it though, bro. Like,
That's,
we quick to say the jobs that's for them, or we don't want to do those jobs. It's not the job.
mm-hmm.
They come out here like any other person, want an opportunity. You know what I mean? Want to work, want to do what it
Yeah.
is. So the type of jobs that they're doing doesn't mean necessarily that nobody will do those jobs. I'm pretty sure that there is somebody that would love to go
But
out there
not
and
for
get
the
it.
pay rate they taking though, Don. But they taking less pay, dog. They'll go under the table for their job, dog. Some that we know that's called we work more than that, so we're not going to accept it. But they'll accept that low ball stuff, dog. And then you can't. That's one thing about that. Say they gonna work, dude, and they gonna go low ball. They just want to get in and have opportunity, because over there they don't have nothing. So when they come over here, anything means something. You hear what I'm saying? They really low ball these people, bro.
all right, so I got something to say. Like, I mean, it's on both ends perspective, right? I kind of understand what you saying too. Be smooth, be true, and you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm looking on both sides. You know what I mean? Like you saying with even with the jobs, right? Same thing like you saying with the low balling. That ain't cool to low ball to me to low ball. I mean somebody for a job. You know what I mean? To get the job done. They ain't right. You know what I mean? What about the man that's paying? What about the man that's paying them and low ball? How would you feel you got low ball? Well, I'm asking you,
Exactly.
how would you feel if you got lowball? Even though you're doing the job, but
Oh,
we still feel type of way on even
I,
on our own jobs. We feel like we ain't making enough money and we getting lowball. You know what I'm saying?
because if you really look at reality, though, we can really, the people who like me, I ain't making that much money on my job. My job hard, so I feel like sometimes I ain't trying to be funny, but man, sometimes I feel like Kunta Kinte, man. I feel like I'm slaving for nothing, dude. It's real talk. So I feel like I'm getting low ball. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing I can really do about it. It's just well, I can, but the situation that I'm in, that's the only reason, because I just started just to get back on my feet. That's the only reason I touch it. Some beat nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take some just to climb to the top to get what you're trying to get. That's why I feel that way. But these day and age, man, it's 2025, man. It should be 18 and 19 on the table for anybody trying to work around here now, man. It's just hard to live around here. Stay around there, bro. That thing ain't cheap, bro. That thing ain't
Yeah,
cheap, bro.
but again, but I work for it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
thing
you,
about it
you
is,
earned that.
but this the thing, but this the thing, right? And I got to tell people, it's not about how much money you make, it's not how much money you can save, and that's the problem, right? We want to. But they got nice places, nice things you can live. Like they have nice places a lot. What's going on is we want to live like the Joneses, bro. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm,
get your money,
mm-hmm,
you blowing it, you buying this dumb shit, you're smoking, you're popping, you're
mm-hmm.
doing this, you're going to take vacation. You know what I'm saying? So then we complain about why we don't have nothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But now
Yeah,
you
but see
complaining that we
me,
need more.
yeah,
If you have no money management, you gonna always want more. And the more money you make, the more you're gonna spend because you have
Or you
no
gonna
money
spend.
management skills.
Yeah.
So it don't
yeah,
matter.
but see,
Ain't about the money. It ain't
yeah,
about the money. It's what you can say with the money that you have coming in, and stop doing dumb shit with the
exactly.
money that you do have coming in.
Yeah, but see
That's it. And
me,
that's
just because
it,
I just see me, it's why I feel where you're coming from on that. But see, on my end, man, I done had the bread, like I just said, the hustle, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, getting at this money, man. So I understand what you're saying about, boy, it ain't really about the money deal, you know what I'm saying, it's about what you can do and how much you can save the deal. Because like I said, material things to me, done to tell you, man, we done had so much of it, man. It don't really mean nothing to me. So, you know what I'm saying, as I got older, my thing is, once I had some kids, man, all them Jordans and all that type of shit, they don't go on my feet no more unless I want them on my feet. They go on the kids' feet, my nigga. all that extra shit. I don't care about no rims on no cars and all that there because they got cars. They got nice cars like the car you and they come with rims on. You just like you said, go to work. If you want something, you can go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, when God wake you up in the morning, everything out there is extra, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
up to
listen,
you to go get what you need to get.
Beast Mode, Beast Mode, listen to what you just said. I need listen to what you just said. You just said
Mm-hmm.
I don't do the Jordan in the morning unless I want to, but it's on my kids' feet. So now that generation that you putting the Jordans on their feet is gonna be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So now
Yeah.
you're doing materialistic things because you just said I don't wear them on my feet, but I put them on my kids' feet.
Yeah, I'm
So
talking
you
about
take
if
so you
they
take
want them.
okay,
If they
okay.
want, cause see, like my little girl down when we grew when she was growing up, it was crazy because I tried that generation stuff. Oh, bound some Jordans. Guess what she said when she went to the store? I want them shoes that light up. You know what I'm talking about? So I want
Yeah.
I want to light up. So you get them what they want. I'm just saying if they want that, but my kids don't care about no Jordans. They'll get them, but they ain't just they more of a band and all that type. So I'm just saying if they came down if they want some Jordans. I ain't spend no $200 on no shoes no more, dude. That's why I said if I'm gonna spend that type of money, they can get it if they want it. But I just feel like to me, man, that's 3 or 4 pair of shoes right now. Where am I going? Who am I trying to impress? Instead of me buying 1 pair of shoes, guess what? I can go get 3 on for $250. It don't make sense no more. So that's why I said the material stuff is out the door. It's like you said before, it's all about what you can save and what you can get. As long as you got something coming in, because I'm gonna hustle. Even when I work in, I hustle. So that's why I said, but as long as you got something coming in and you know how to save it, you can get what you want to get. But
That's it.
at the same time, don't think it's a game that these jobs out here are not lowballing the people that they feel like that's working for them. What we need to do is, matter of fact, answer this question for me, Kenfolk. What you think about this? We was in the chat last night about this. Do you think in your heart, you and Palumbo, do y'all think in y'all heart if all the black people that we done came up with and got rich, do you think they got to stay in that box? Is the reason why they don't own no hospitals, no gas stations, and none of that, and they can't help our people? You know what I'm saying? Because there's too many people out there about time got money that can make something happen. We don't own nothing, bro. So I'm just saying, do you think that somebody behind them keeping them in that box?
So let me tell you something. Let me explain something that I have learned or black people have done. See, black people own a lot of stuff. The thing about it, we don't put our name behind it because black people don't support black people. We know black people own it. So that's the
Oh,
problem.
okay.
So black people
Yeah.
own a lot of stuff. They just don't put their name
That's
behind it.
true.
Shaq own a lot of stuff. All these they own so much stuff. They just don't put their name behind it because they know we're not gonna support each other if we know that such and such own it. You know what I mean? So they
Mm-hmm.
keep quiet with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't that they don't
Mm-hmm.
own anything. They own a lot of stuff. You'd be surprised what black people own.
Okay, that made sense.
That is
But
true.
Mo three said that too. He said, "Man, if I get a shop over here before he died, he said I'm gonna get a shop over here." He said, but he wasn't gonna let everybody know it was his because that's what you said. Just because they know it's mine, they not gonna shop with it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
And it's our own people though, bro.
That's how it is though.
That's
I mean, that is
crazy, man.
true. It's a difference between how they support their own and how we support our own. But right now, this type of situation is not about how you conducted your lifestyle, how your savings goes, how you lived your life, if you're a good citizen or bad citizen.
Mm-hmm.
They're wanting to just automatically come in and disrupt a lot of stuff that's been going on for the people that's trying to do it. So like me and Corey was talking about before the show, it's like there's a process to do it, which is the correct way. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So you have to think about all these thousands and millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people that's trying to come through and get this process going, along with the people on the outside of the country. It's making it kind of hard, though, right? But who's not to say that their process is more swept under the rug than the other ones that's coming from Turkey, coming from Russia, coming from England? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they making it harder for the Hispanics to come back over here? Because, like I was telling somebody else last night, I was in Compton. I remember Compton, bro, when it wasn't Hispanics. It was like maybe a small percentage, 3 to 5%. This is back in the
Yeah.
'80s. You know what I'm saying? To where after a while at the high school in the '90s, I'm going back. I'm looking at who used to be black, who lives there now. But now Compton is a large percentage of Hispanic.
Can I say
So
something real quick?
now the same people that went and voted, knowing that there was going to change these rules, knowing that it was going to hurt them,
Mm-hmm.
went and voted against their own interests, right? Now they're leaving and have to get up out of here. But what's so crazy is it's affecting the people that was hiring those people, because now those people, like you said, they scared to show up because they like, man, I ain't trying
Yeah.
to get snatched from my job. I'd rather go be like an escapee from New Orleans. You know what I mean?
But
I'm taking my chances on foot. So it's collectively it's hurting even the people that voted to put him in office to have these rules go against them. It's hurting the people that was owning. It's damn like having slaves. And when
Yeah,
they
yeah,
freed the
yeah.
slaves, guess what
I
happened?
feel you on that though.
They
Okay,
couldn't
so
tend to the yard, and they actually had to start
all right,
giving some of their property to the black people, and that's how we
so
started. You know what I mean? So right now, what happens? How do we
so
go?
so so this is the thing, right? This is what a lot of us don't see, right? A lot of us don't see that a lot a lot of Hispanic people don't like illegal Hispanic people that's coming in either because the ones that's legal had to go through the process, right? So let me tell you,
Okay.
look, same thing with the black they Hispanics in a way kind of think like us as African
Mm-hmm.
Americans, right? They do. This is the thing. So you have Hispanic population have overpopulated our own population. We've been in this country supposed for over 400 years, right?
Yes,
Hispanic
sir.
populations, Hispanic populations is 16%. We are now, I think, 13%. Hispanic population has surpassed the black population in America. That's crazy.
That is.
That is
That is.
crazy.
They like to shoot the club up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And no, we like to shoot the club up too. That had nothing
Yeah,
to do
but
Yeah.
they
with shooting the
don't
club
miss.
up.
They don't. They using Dracos. We using 22s.
It's just a whole big difference.
Hey, but yeah, so that's crazy. I mean, the population that's wild, man. That the population have become that. They got more Hispanics than African Americans now in America. It's
But you
crazy.
know
So
what?
now they.
I never knew. But I never knew California. I ain't never been to Cali, but I never knew California was just full of essays. I really didn't. I like you said, come from. I thought it was a lot of seeing Barton Hood and all that stuff. They portray like it's all black people out there. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no,
So I don't know
you know what California connected to?
what's that.
Mexico. The way
Yeah,
through
yeah,
that going. Do you know what
Yeah,
Texas connected to?
Mexico
Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah,
And so that's your 2 outs. California, Texas.
or Texas.
yeah.
All right. But in
That's
the
crazy.
beginning, it was California because it was
And guess
the
what?
place to be. It was
And
that
guess where they
city.
gonna
You know what
go?
I mean? The culture.
Hispanics gonna go
All
to
right.
the less populated, I mean the less cultured areas, right? Because that's where
Hmm.
they can stand out in. They can't stand out in the in the Caucasian community. So
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that,
they
Corey.
gonna go
So
to
like
our communities and take over where we were at.
when we was in Louisiana, right back in the day, and we stayed over
Yeah.
9th Street, and your dad and all them. Check this out. You didn't really see no Hispanics, did you?
Zero, none,
None. So
zero.
when I would come out there to see y'all, I'm sitting here like, where the Mexicans at?
Yep.
Where the fine little Mexican, the highness
It's
at? With the
like that
long, you know
right
what I mean?
now. I've been in New Orleans a couple years. You remember I was on the road? You remember when I
Yeah.
used to be on the road? I stayed in New Orleans, dog. That's my spot. All over Baton Rouge, all through New Orleans. Man, I do hard. I see Cajun people, like mixed people. I don't really see no essays. I really don't. It's more. I guess they call them Cajuns. I guess they look mixed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see no essays like I see in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like Whale
Yeah.
Chapel. You go to Whale Chapel, you think you're in Baby Mexico. You see what I'm saying? They don't have a spot like that in New Orleans. I didn't run into it. You know what I'm saying? When I was over there, I always go to the ghetto. When I go to the ghetto, it's always black cats around there showing their guns. They ain't playing no game. I was like, man, this like Dallas for real. It's about like South Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
It's
For real.
crazy
We
you
ain't no
say that
Dallas
because
people over
look,
here. Ain't playing out here in New Orleans, man. For real.
when I
They let
first
your
came
game.
out here, you was from Webb Chapel. So I did
Mm-hmm.
a show last week for Baby Youngin, and
Yeah.
he comes out and say, yeah, all my people from Webb Chapel, and I'm sitting there like, nigga, I don't remember. Then I start thinking about it, like, yeah, it's around that time in the '90s when I moved out here. That means when the blacks moved out, the Hispanics moved in. So the
Mm-hmm.
large percentage of Webb Chapel that was black is
It's
now
that way now.
small, less than 10%, right? It ain't the
Very
same.
smart.
So to hear him reference Webb Chapel Crip, and I'm like, man, that's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I know the dynamics is not the same over there. But the
They not.
question again is, are the Hispanics getting wrongfully treated for their paperwork faster than the people from Asia, Japan, Russia, India? You see what I'm saying? Cambodians, like, are they, or if the process is supposed to be a 2 or 3 week long process, are they making it months? You know what I'm saying? Is it really that backed up? It's just like a black person come through the line and they're gonna try to help somebody else. So I'm saying, are they getting this basically? Are they getting treated like black people getting treated right now as Hispanics?
You best believe it. Trump in office, baby. He wasn't playing when he said what he said. He ain't put that gate up for nothing. Trump trying to get him up out of here, man. For real, I'm talking about even matter of fact, for I didn't even know they had sent the immigration around here. They were taking boatloads of these boys until I heard about this ISIS stuff right here, man. Since Trump up in office, I don't know what he got against these essays, man. But if they legal immigrants, man, that boy ain't finna play with them, dog. If you ain't got no cars, you ain't got no business being around here, you finna get on that next boat and get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying?
And,
And Greenwald,
and
I don't
there
hate
is a
him. I don't hate it for some of it because you gotta look at it. A lot of them boys who over here without no papers, if they do something to us or some American people, what they gonna do? Get shipped back over there, man. So you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have no papers over here, no right to be over here, them the ones he need to mess with. Get them from over here, dog, because they harmful to us over here because they can hurt one another and they ain't gonna do nothing to them back over there where ain't nothing gonna happen to them, man. You see what I'm
so
saying?
he basically saying do it the right way and everything will be okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cause we,
All
hey, look,
right, so
we
somebody was just saying
Americans,
that. Go ahead.
we still gotta do it the right way. We still gotta do shit the right way. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
still gotta keep everything up and about from registrations. I remember telling you the insurance to we still gotta keep all that stuff up. And if we don't, guess what? We get cited or you know what I mean? We get cited for things that we
Yeah,
don't have.
you get cited, but we don't get sent back though, Corey. We get cited. We don't get sent back. Like what they gonna send us back to?
Oh crap.
Cool. Yo,
Corey, can
yo.
you? Yeah, like we get cited
Can you hear me?
and we
You right
might get
though.
taken to jail. You know what I'm saying? They
That's
getting sent
it.
back to they getting sent back to somewhere they ain't never been or never visited or lived with before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's a big
all right.
difference. It's a big difference now. But
Like you
you,
said, what they gonna send us to? They ain't know what to send us to, but they gonna send them back over
Can you
there.
hear
That's
me?
why I said we only the ones
yeah, I
that
hear you, Corey. You good?
court.
I don't think you can hear us yet. What? But go
Yeah.
ahead, V.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I done been on that side over there. I know what it is over there. I know why them people don't want to go back, man. Ain't nothing over there, bro. Ain't nothing over there, bro. I gave a cat $5 for trying to help me unload the truck, dude. Man, them boys was screaming and hollering like I gave him like a band, boo. I'm talking about for real. So it really means something to people. We think we doing bad over here, man. Them essays, man, they get treated real bad than us,
So
man.
they're getting treated bad by their own people, right?
By their own people. I got a SA homeboy
Okay.
right now. He
So
told me, check this out. My homeboy stay next door to me. He said, you know what, B man? I be trying to talk to my people and ask for a job. He said it's crazy, man, that my own people treat me worse than anybody around here. This is an essay talking like this. Said he came and he be trying to talk to him in Spanish, trying to get him a job. He said, man, they treat him worse than anybody. He said, man, my own kind. Look at me like I'm trash, dude. I said, that don't make no
that's crazy.
sense. That's
I
crazy,
can't hear
man.
nothing. I can't even hear.
We can hear you. Can you hear? Yeah.
This
So that's
what
crazy,
this is
man.
what you do, Corey. Go back out and then log back in, like flash back out and then come right back in. Because we can hear you sometimes and sometimes we can't. But B, this is the whole thing that I'm asking you, right?
Yeah.
Is that they have somewhere else to go. They don't want to be there,
Yeah.
and they try to come here. The difference is they're dealing with their own people over there. We dealing with a multicultural type of events over
Yeah.
here, right? My
Yeah.
question again is, why does everybody want to come here?
Because
You know
they
what I'm
think it's
saying?
the land, because they heard it's the land of the free. You know what I'm talking about? It's freedom. Man, Greenwald know if they knew what they knew, they wouldn't want to come here, dog, because Greenwald said this ain't no land of the free, no damn freedom. We get on platforms and you can't even talk like you want to talk. You gotta start saying unalive, this and that. You got to change your vocabulary for some
Yeah.
man. I can speak like I want to speak. You know what I'm saying? But see, and they knew what they knew, they wouldn't want to come to America. They knew what I knew, man. Y'all need to go to Canada somewhere, dog. Don't come here, man. It ain't what you think is over here. I'm just to
But
that stage. If we're looking worldwide, don't come over here. Y'all don't want to be in America. America ain't what they say it is. It ain't like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It done changed. Everything different over here, man.
It's something about it that everybody want to come over here, man.
Everybody
California
want
is
to be
packed.
here.
Everything is packed. So the thing is, the question is the culture. they love to hate. You know what I'm saying? We brought a lot of culture. So I heard you mention like they did this and they working here now and they doing this, but we built this country a long time before anybody else put their hands on any tools or anything like that. It
Okay.
was built on the backs, right, of us. Now the sweat is coming from the Hispanics and the other people that have come and added on to the growth
Exactly.
of this country, right? We are the culture that they love to hate. So I'm gonna ask y'all this question: if blacks decided to say, "Let's go over there to Mexico," will it change, and will that be it? Because if we the ones that's keeping it hot, keeping it cool, keeping it the trends, setting the trends, creating all these different inventions that we started way back then, we've done this. We've held cities like Oklahoma City,
Mm-hmm.
Black Wall Street, in these different areas. We've done it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been proven. Like the question is, why is it cracking everywhere we're at,
Exactly. Because
and
we
we
the
ain't figured
chosen
this out,
ones.
huh?
I told you we the chosen ones. Why I say everything that you see, as we were talking about earlier, man, they mimic everything we do. You can cut the TV on right now. You don't hear no rock and roll on commercials. You hear our music on commercials. You go outside, you see the essay, they trying to be us. You see the white tea people, as I call it on the line, the white folks, they trying to be us. Everybody want our swag, but don't nobody want to be us. Everybody want the gold in their mouth, the fast cars, the nice women. Tell me something that a white boy that got something that you can say you can mimic. Nothing. Tell me that a Mexican got something you say you can mimic. Nothing. That's why everything we do, yeah, nigga, they want to be us so bad, dog. It's just like everybody want to be us. It's got to be
No,
written, dog.
listen.
God.
Let me tell you something. It's not that they want to be us. We don't protect what we got. See, we like
Mm-hmm.
everybody to do. We don't protect what we have. That's the problem. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
See,
That makes sense.
we allow people to say what up the N word, and we allow that shit. You know what I mean? We go with it, right? But they won't allow. If we say anything about, they wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't allow it. We
True.
allow it. We
True.
allow it. So when you allow things, then this is what happens, right? They don't respect
Mm-hmm.
it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the problem. You know what I mean? We let everybody take what we got going and we just let them take it. It's okay, cool, right? Do anything for a dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Invention, create anything that we create, we sell it for a dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because black people, what was wrong with us? We want everything right now. Every other culture, they
But
do
can we
things for
say this?
generational. They do things
Okay,
generationally. We do things
gotcha.
for now. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why we can't hold on to nothing.
But
Well, that made
what
hold up,
part of
Bill.
our
That
culture?
made so much sense, man, to me. Before you say that, the way he said, I'm gonna let you speak and land in the plane. But when you said that, I never thought about, what I'm saying, we're not protecting that because we'll let them do that. If we stood on, man, don't use that or don't do that, maybe we can have some. But that made I never looked at it like that. Dog. A real talk, man. We not holding on. We giving out everything away for free,
Giving it
man.
off, right?
Selling
Okay, but
everything
guess
for
what?
$4.
If you're the chosen people, we proclaim that we have some acknowledgement that it's something special about us, right? We're not
Mm-hmm.
gatekeepers to the stuff that we give. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's been conversation after conversation that a white boy can go to the hood, he do something, they put him on, they gonna take him in. Black white people, Hispanics, they can come to the hood, they do something, we take them in. We gonna show them the way. We seen videos of them being stuck in the neighborhood, like, hey man, can you so and so? They gonna give them some information. Hey man, don't do that. But look, check this out. Go down here, make a left, and you'll be okay. Like, it's not culturally for us. Yes, we protect ourselves. We don't know what we have, but we're also a giving people. We can't forget that
Yeah.
we
No,
give a lot to a lot of
hold
people.
on.
So a lot of the
Hold
stuff
on.
that they take and capitalize on, that's kind of like
This,
crumbs off the
no,
table. You know what I'm saying? Because we looking at it like, oh man, we do
hey,
this. You know what I'm saying?
listen, but this is the thing. We so quick to give, but so quick to accept one of us, our own. We're so quick to give to everybody else, but we crabs on the bucket on ourselves. You know what I mean? We pull
That is
ourselves
true.
down, but give everybody else the knowledge and the game. But when it comes down to us, you know what I mean? To elevate, we want to keep that. We'll take it to our grave, right? We'll take it to our
And so
Yeah.
grave.
why is
But
that?
that's it. Again, we so giving people to other people, but ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
are
and
we
and, all-
judging each other a little bit harder than
no,
most?
no, that comes from generation before us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it just cycles down. Like we have to change our mental, change our culture, and change the way we think towards each other. You know what I mean? To better everything else. Every other
Hmm.
culture, yeah, you know the thing about it is? That's the thing. Every other culture have a place to go but us.
True.
Spanish can go back to Mexico. Asian go back to Asian. China people go back to China. Everybody got a place to go but us.
That's
Well,
true.
We the only culture that have nowhere else to go. Guess what? We not African Americans. We bring our ass to Africans aren't like us. We
yeah.
can't go to
And we not
Africa,
no African. So
and
you
we
know
ain't
what
no
I'm
damn
saying?
Africans. I ain't never been there.
Ain't never been there, man. Ain't trying
Because
to
I know
go.
back in the day, if you call somebody African booty scratcher, it was time to fight.
Yeah, it was time to fight. That's real
we,
talk.
we didn't even
To
know
this day,
what
you
an
talk
African
about
booty
this stuff,
scratcher
you
was.
know.
We just knew we didn't want to be an African nigga scratching booties.
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy because we are two different type of people though, man. We them African and us, you can just tell we are two different type of people, man. I don't know. Some of them African people think they better than black folks. I'll real talk, man. If you get around some of the ones, they think they better than us, man. But I guess that's what
Listen,
they were taught in their head when they got here. I don't know.
I got another thing. Every other culture got their own. Every other culture have even their own language. We the only ones that ain't got our own language. The whole time out. We're the only culture that share other names with other
That's
culture, which is the
crazy.
Caucasians. We're the only culture that share another name with another culture, which is us. White
Hmm.
folks,
We don't
white
have
people,
our
and
own
black people.
language.
Every other culture got their names, their own culture, their own. They got their own everything. We're
Language.
the only ones and I think that's why we are
Hello,
today.
Corey. I think we on to something. I think
Oh,
nicknames. We did that. You know what I'm saying? We do something with the nicknames, and then the languages. You know what I mean? That nah, I mean, no, I'm talking about like we switch it up to
no,
where
we
we have a little bit. It's
yeah,
not registered a language, but
yeah,
we got some
but
Yeah,
nicknames
it's
that,
a
I
that
mean,
going on.
tongue.
but it's not a language that's spoken within, right?
Yeah, I
You
know.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah,
Is this that hood shit? Go to somebody they don't know what you know what I mean and all that come here. They don't know what that
yeah.
yeah.
means. Only our culture, what in the environment that we're in, only know that, right? And that's a small percent. I'm talking, it's only 32% of black people in America. That's not a lot.
It's
So
not,
it's only a
and that's a,
small culture that knows that. It's not that many.
Mhm.
And that's a sad thing because most, like you said, everybody else gets to wake up and they get to see a sea of their own people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Africans, Africans, Chinese, Asians, Vietnamese. You have like everybody gets to see
Latinos,
their own,
Span,
their
they can
own.
see it.
We don't have that. We don't have it.
Don't
Indian,
have it.
What they used to call it, Corey, back in the day. They would speak it in Louisiana,
Cajun, Creole,
Creole,
Creole.
yeah.
Yeah. And so what is that? That's more like a French thing, though,
like a
right?
French thing. Yeah,
But how does it connect to black people?
couldn't even tell you, bro.
He said, "Be real, you know, bro."
No,
Couldn't even tell.
because that's the thing. You hear
The thing,
Creole, you hear about the
the,
language,
but thing is, because Creole is so close to our color, you know what I mean? So they use that in a sense of, you know what I mean? Again, taking that Creole and it's a form of, like I said, of French,
but
you know what I mean? Speaking.
don't they?
But again, look how small that community is of people that speak that.
That's what I'm about to
Look
say.
how small. It may be a couple of 100,000. When you got millions of people speaking Spanish and millions of people speaking, right, their own languages. You got small percentage of people speaking Creole. It's very small percent. And that's down in the
Okay,
South.
so
And how
look,
big is the
the
South?
word
But
Not that
Creole
but
big.
better than us, we ain't got
it
we don't have a language though. At
it
least they got a
originates
percentage.
it originates from Portuguese, right? Meaning the native or born in the colony. It evolved from the Latin creare to create, basically, indicating people born in the New World, regardless of the European, African, or mixed ancestry. Um, it's basically just a European colonist type thing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can be Creole, but it's comes from a Latin thing they create. So how they attach it to New Orleans is kind of wild to me, or
Because
Louisiana.
because of the South. Because how it's
Okay,
created in the South.
but why would it be for the South? Is because it was brought in through what Carolina, right? Was it that a port for slaves?
I mean, that's still the South, isn't it? Carolina?
Yeah, well, I was thinking like the mid, but yeah, they do consider that the South.
Yeah, that's a tough
For it
thing.
to come in there. But man, we the culture that they love to hate, right? So like I said, there's a lot of people that have been asking like, "Dang man, what can we do?" Like, why is it in our heart to still say, "Okay, we still want to help," even though we get more disrespected, more talked about, more looked about, like all this craziness that's going on? Like, why is it that within our hearts are we still looking like, "Dang, we kind of want to help"? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
is
when
it
you
because
know who
they?
you are, because when you know who you are as a person, you know what I'm saying? That makes you feel good to help.
All right, so, or does it make you feel
It makes you
like?
feel good about yourself. Because you don't really know who you are as a person.
What about this though? Now they feel like what it feels like to be a nigga. Now they know a little bit. Can
But
you
no,
really say
but
that?
huh, but it's only the illegal immigrants that's feeling that way. Illegal,
Yeah.
But they
not the
gotta have
legal.
some legal ones that support them, though.
I mean, of course, because as they family members.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we have
Yeah.
some.
But hey, but I bet the legal ones ain't gonna go with the illegal ones. Family or not, I bet they add
That's
their
They
own
gonna
right.
shit.
draw a line.
I bet when it come down to it, they
Yeah.
gonna say bye, bye Jose,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
They
I
ain't going
gave
with
y'all
them.
the information I can give you.
That's
I
it.
Boy,
don't
say I
know,
gave
man.
y'all, I can help you best
I
way I
gave you a
could,
place
man.
to
Stop
stay.
right here.
Yeah,
Just stop right here,
I
baby boy. I can give you everything I can give you, man. But like you said, got to be a line drawn between them.
it's a
Cause
line.
when they
It's a line.
come to
Hey,
show,
it's a line. I'm gonna do as
it's a
much. I'm gonna
line.
support as much as possible. But when it come down for my well being and my other family well being, bye,
Yeah, you
bye
got to go.
Jose.
Sonny
Yeah,
said
you got to go.
self preservation.
I send you money.
For real. Fuck around, point you out. Yeah,
Say
you get
I
over
knew.
there, bucket number 13 over there, man. Get that nigga up out of here, man. Shit.
Hey, same
For
thing.
real.
Like you going to prison. Hey man, he did the crown. Hey, I put money on your
Send me your
books though.
email. Okay. I'll
Yeah, you know what I'm
write
saying?
you.
I put
Yeah.
money on your books. I got
Yeah, I put money
you.
on
But
this
I ain't
book,
going
man.
down.
I ain't trying to go down with it, man. Somebody got to be here to pay somebody on the books, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Somebody got to be the fall guy, man. I ain't trying to be
straight up.
cold Steven, man. You know what I'm saying?
So
Somebody
okay.
got to
So
be
the
the
next
fall guy.
question will be, what I mean, since we set the trends, we do the culture, whatever, man. When are they gonna start respecting us? You know what I'm saying? Does that come from within
I just
ourselves?
told you. When we start respecting ourselves, the others gonna respect you. So it's
Mm-hmm.
vice versa in life in general. If you don't respect yourself, how you expect somebody else gonna respect you when you don't respect your own self?
Yeah.
So
It
who
makes
do you
sense,
start
though.
with? Do you
And we
start
got to
with the older people?
protect what's ours.
Do you start with the older people that's saying that the young ones are disrespectful? Do you start with the middle ones that's saying that the older ones drop the ball, they ain't respectful, or the YNs? Like it's a large group of where we need to start at. I
What?
think that the YNs didn't get that, like you said earlier, they didn't get that good handoff, that a good example to
Mhm.
say we need to stop doing this or look out for the future generation.
So it's gonna start with us, right? Because we right in the middle. See, the old
Yeah,
gonna die
that's
out. They about to die out anyway. You know what I mean? Because we up next, right? The old about to die. We up next, right? So when our parents die out, we the next. We the elderly next. You know what I mean? So it's gonna start with us because they pretty much they're in their 60s and you know what I mean. So they pretty much getting up there, right? They ain't got time to be fighting and arguing with these YNs and all. Man, we still got a little energy to you know what I mean to still change, make some
mm-hmm.
change. We got a little more energy than our parents do, right? So I think it starts with us. You know what I mean? It trickles down because our kids are the YNs. You know what I mean? So it starts with us.
Right on.
Y'all don't think that's gonna break though? We stop using the term YNs for these little crazy little dudes.
Man, that
You
just
think that?
I just heard about this like a month ago. I didn't know YN. I was like, what do YN mean? But
Yeah,
Exactly.
I start
I didn't
seeing
know what the hell that
the
meant.
little ninja emoji and start tripping out
Hmm.
like, hold up, they got a whole emoji.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what that even meant. Till like a month
It's
Yeah,
ago.
wild.
I'm like, that's that young term, man. I don't, my kid might know about it, but I don't be knowing about it, that type of shit. Like what I said, that new generation, man, it's hell. But you gotta think about this though. Y'all know this shit true. This technology, man, it done really messed up a lot of people too. Before the simple fact, back when we didn't have this technology, black men used to go out there and work. Black men weren't so lazy. You know what I'm saying? People in general weren't so lazy. Now you can make a phone call and get groceries at your door. You see what I'm saying? They're just making people lazy. People don't have no work ethics no more. That's why you see this new generation coming up. They so sorry. All the new kids back then, we outside riding bikes, doing shit in the trash. We doing shit trying to make something happen. But the new generation, because of the technology, making them they don't have to do nothing, dog. So it's taking the script from the man. These white folk know what they doing, dog. They taking the script out the black man and make the word strong where we can build. They don't want you to build. That's why they got that damn computer sitting right there in your face. I'm
Hey,
gonna tell you
guess
like
what?
Prince told me. I'm gonna tell you, hold up, I'm gonna tell you like Prince told these people. He said, get on the internet. Don't let the internet get on you, man. And that's what we doing with these games. You got to start. You got to know how far to go with things because if I get on the internet and then if I let the internet get on me, that means it done took control of me. Now I'm on here every day. I'm gone on it. I'm being in. You got to have a limit with things, stop. And we don't have no limits no more. It's just
Oh,
it's whatever now.
Okay, but again, so so you gotta understand what ambition and determination, and you also understand the growth and evolution, right? Evolution of the world. This is what it is, right? So you gotta know when to, when not to. Same thing. I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier, man. I was playing the game and you know what I'm saying. But you know when to play, when to not play, when to, right. So it's you gotta just know when to do things, when not to do things. I don't think nothing's wrong
Yeah,
with the evolution of things, right? That has nothing to do. I mean, I think it's built more jobs, right? Motherfuckers just don't want to go out here and get it because they don't have
yes,
the ambition and they don't have that no more. That's what it is, and
don't
it's
have it,
lacking.
man.
But it's lacking because of the parenting, not
Mm-hmm.
because of what it's the parenting that's lacking. The new generation is us as the parents. So we're up here blaming everybody else, but not blaming ourselves. What are you doing as a parent? Are you making your kid go out there and go do something? No. No, we said we play the
You're
video
right.
games with our kids. We up here, you know what I mean? We up here, same thing. You up here ordering shit off of DoorDash and ordering shit off of
Yeah,
Amazon. So
same
if you
shit.
doing this, you can't complain about it if you're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't
But
complain about something that you're
but that's the
doing
life they done
also.
got us into though. You see how they done did it though. They made it where it's man. When I took my sister to the store and she told me, she said, "Take me to Walmart. They already picked my groceries. They finna bring them to the car." I said, "What?" I said, so you tell me you can go to the store and just pull up the motherfucker already and went grocery shopping?" I said, "Man, this don't make no goddamn sense, man. Well, you can't go
No,
to the store your goddamn self and pick your
you
own goddamn
can.
clothes.
It's a choice. That's the
A
problem. It's a
choice."
choice. So what's your choice gonna be? You can go to the store and it's like getting your ass up and go exercise every day. Anybody making you, that's a choice. Getting your ass up and go to work, that's your choice. Whatever your choice may be, then that's what it is, right? If it's not affecting me, if it's not hurting nobody, affecting nobody, killing no, man, do what you're gonna do, right? Because at the end of the day, it's still building jobs for people, right? For our young kids, it's still
Yeah,
a jobs. Because somebody got to go in there motherfucking and put those groceries in a cart for somebody. So it's building a job, right? But you don't have to partake in it. I still go to the grocery store. I ain't never partaken in somebody getting my groceries. I always go to the grocery store and get my shit myself. That's just me,
yeah,
right?
man.
But
I
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna
it make
hate
you handicapped.
or dislike because somebody doing that way. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't see it because we all the stuff here. I just make it feel like, what they do is grocery stuff to the door, but I just feel like it make you like this handicapped, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, back in motion back then, we had more pools. You know what I'm saying? You'll go build something and do a job. Man, I used to build things from the scratch up. Like these new
Can I tell you
generation
something?
kids, like you said, it's our fault because we let them play the
I
game
like
all
that.
day and shit.
P. Now look, let me tell you what you just did to me. Just brought something to me. That's the problem. Black people keep living in the past instead of the future. That's why we can't
Okay.
get shit. So every time you bring up the past, that's where you living at. You can't prosper in the future if you keep thinking about what we did in the past. Getting money
Right,
today
right.
is how the future. If how these boys get money, they think how they get money. You can't bring the past back. You past ain't making you no money. You can't do nothing with the motherfucking past. Leave that past shit alone. Know what I mean? And elevate to the future and where the money, bro. And that's the thing. Black people, that's one thing we keep doing. We keep talking about the past. Well, in the
Yeah,
past,
bad.
when I was in the past, bro, that shit is done
It's
and
gone.
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 Think about the future, and that's where you're gonna strive at when you start thinking about the future and leave the past alone. That's why we can't strive as black people because we cannot leave the past alone. And every culture is looking for the future and doing futuristic shit, but us, we still in the culture talking about the past shit.
Yeah,
Come on,
what
man.
nigga used to do. Well, I'm talking about reminisce on about the good time you used to have. You used to have and shit. So the time you did have something, you might not get it again. So you can't even get it off your mind no more. Man, get past that bullshit, like you said. But that's what happened with our generation because we come from nothing. So when you do get something like you finally get on, get your little whip and do this and that, and then time passed and you done lost everything. That's the only memory you had. You know what I'm talking about? Because now you feel like that's all I used to. I mean, like you said, I used to
I
shit
remember
gone.
when I
You know
used
what
to
I'm saying?
cut a rug.
So, yeah, you got to find another way. You got to find another boat to jump on. You can get back to that used to, but you can do it the right way because with all used to, if you hear something anybody black saying the used to,
Listen,
they were hustling.
hey,
Trust me,
guess
they
what?
wasn't working. They were hustling.
Use that used to for experience for today. You know what I mean? They shit we used to do, use the experience, you know what I mean, for today. Right? So use
All
that
right,
used
so
to shit and use the present shit and put that shit together and see how far you strive.
well, just think about it. So right now, if you had to say, I need to put a plan together to change the future, and we're looking forward right now. What would be some steps that you have to take right now to even get that in place? Because we got a lot of the YNs acting crazy. We trying to corral the women to get back in board. We trying to bring that black excellence and love and all that stuff, but we really don't know what's really cracking. So how do you even where do you begin to even start to even get that going?
So the number one thing you start one person at a time. I tell you, one person at a time is
Person in
yourself.
the mirror.
That's it. That's how you start it. And everybody got to follow that, right? You got to follow that trend. So it takes one person at a time because you can't change the world. You can't change the world over a day. You know what I mean? It takes time, bro. So like I said, it's gonna take, and we might not see it in our generation. We might not never see it. Who knows? But change the person who you are today. Because guess what? That's one person that's making a change, and the person that you're talking to, you know what I mean? They making a change, and right, and they keep going, and keep going, and keep going. That's how we change it. That's how we change it.
Yeah, because it's crazy out here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We looking at the
Because,
shootings and everything that's going
I,
on. It's
cause,
wild.
cause the moment you try to change somebody that don't want to be changed, they'll take you out. They'll take
Yeah,
you out. You'll take you
yeah.
out. So everything that you work for and that you plan for, you know what I mean, is no longer existent. They'll take you out.
But just
Worry
check
about
this out
yourself.
though. But check this out though. Not to just to bring it
What you
up,
can change.
but
Mm.
but check this out though. Back to the change is why I was saying something that came back to my mind. What made me come up with this thought was I was in a chat with this. They talking about Diddy, right? And they were saying, and I check this. I ain't trying to just get off the subject, but they were talking about Diddy. They were saying only reason these people is messing with Diddy because he biting the hand that feed him. So what they were saying was, they put Diddy in the box. Said, man, you can dance, you can do anything you want to in this round. We want you to get the round in. But Diddy was trying to get out that box and do stuff for other people and this black movement and stuff. And I think when you start trying to get outside that realm of things, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was coming back to saying it's somebody higher power than you controlling that aspect of your money because no matter, even you, Chris was a text. If you go get your own company right now, I promise you, if you turn into a billionaire, you're gonna have to talk to you're gonna have to talk to somebody, man, about what his money is. Or it's gonna be something messing with you because you're a black man on this earth with that type of money, and it's feel like they don't want us to have that type of money where we can help our own and branch out and open our own thing. And that's why I
Okay.
don't understand that there's too many
So,
Oprahs out here, too many. But like you said, we have the things, but this is what I'm saying. Why are they not giving back? They Tupac said this the most, man. You got all these people with these houses out here, 13 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and you got all these homeless people on the ground. You got all these veterans out here that serve the company. Serve the country, and they ain't even giving back to. So come on, man. America make the money. They make the money, so they make enough money to make for everybody in this world to be stabilized. Because everybody else, the money's the root of all evil. That's the only reason why people having conversation because you got some up, you got some down, you got some in the middle. But I promise we was all equal, and if money wasn't nothing to talk about, y'all, if they didn't take money to do something, I bet the world be different. Everybody on status, especially our kind. We too busy.
eh,
When we do get something, instead of us trying to help each other, we try to clown that person that don't have it. That's what I don't like about it. If you came up now, you trying to break me off instead of trying to tell me how you got it. I don't like that about our kind, dog. I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna shit on these niggas. How you gonna shit on your own people, dog? You supposed to instead of shitting on, you ought to give them a blueprint, dog, how you got this, so we can keep it
so,
going,
so,
keep it going.
let's explain something to you. Be true. Let me tell you. So you gotta want it, right? I give
Mm-hmm.
you all the knowledge possible. I give you books, knowledge in books, knowledge on the internet. It's not knowledge is literally, you know what I mean? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Some of you guys the one. Yo, yo. Yeah, we can hear you. Tell him we can hear him.
Can you
Text
hear
him,
me?
tell him we can hear him. Yeah,
Yeah, you going in and out. But pause. It's
we can hear you, bro.
Okay, okay. Um,
there you go.
like I said, yeah, knowledge is literally at our thumbs, right? It's if you want to know it, it's there. That's the thing. I can give you all the knowledge in the world. If you don't, what you gonna do with it? So it's
Mm-hmm.
there. It's there. So I'm not putting no excuses on it because the next man got it. If he got it, he worked for it the right way. Then goddamn, he got it. You know what I mean? I don't care how he got it. I mean, I care
He
how he
got
got
it.
it. If he got it the right way, he got it the right way. So let's go back. I'm gonna use the P Diddy real quick. I'm gonna piggyback off that real quick. Everybody against P Diddy because it's a lot of women against P Diddy because a lot of women know a lot of Negroes like that. You know what I mean? So they
Mm-hmm.
You bounced off again, brother.
It is because he probably driving.
Nah, he ain't driving.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, yo.
Yeah, he definitely ain't tried driving. You can see the trees ain't moved yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Yeah, Texas said we can hear him though.
Yeah, it's something with a signal. But while we getting him
If
back
he
in,
started
man.
speaking that real shit, these white tees, man, when he gets speaking that real, man, then I tell you how technology is, man. Right now, we getting monitored right now as we talk. That's why every time Chris say something, and then he start trying to break something down, and we get on a certain pinpoints or something, man, it start glitching. And you see how he start talking some real stuff, and it just start glitching every time. They do
Oh,
that on.
no, you. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. No, I was using like even the P Diddy thing, right? I think a P Diddy issue is a big issue because a lot of people, a lot of women in America have dealt with these issues with other men. I mean that they really couldn't do nothing with. So now they putting. I mean, P Diddy is the take his ass down. Do this. Do. I mean
Mhm.
because everybody, every last one of us know a man that beats a woman. Every last one of us know. Everybody
Yeah.
knows somebody that put their hands on a woman before. Everybody
Mhm.
know every man that has probably slutted out a woman or done something crazy. So everybody, we all know somebody, right? So this is the woman's voice now, and they're using this through this P Diddy issue, right? And that's what he ain't gonna get off. He not gonna get off because of that fact.
They got to have
Everybody
fall. They
knows
got to have a
somebody.
fall guy.
Let me
Huh?
tell you
So you
this.
trying to be the fall guy?
Nah,
He the
yeah, I think he is for the bigger things. You got to remember Abercrombie and Finch story came out. One of the biggest clothing companies out there that had allegations of sex trafficking men, drugging them, taking their wallets. Every accusation that they have on Diddy, they have it on these two dudes. Except these dudes were in a romantic relationship with each other, and on top of that, they hired another person that was supposed to be a person that like was like an agent, not the agent, but he groomed them, but they put him on payroll too, right? And then what happened was they spent X amount of millions of dollars to hurry up and get this going through the court process. But in the meanwhile, when Diddy hit, it blew up. You don't hear about
That's
the
true.
Abercrombie and Fitch, which is one of the
Mm-hmm.
biggest ones because they was taking male models and promising them all kind of different things. Diddy was just a smaller entity, right? This company is huge. I mean, they had places throughout the entire world. You know what I'm saying? So for them to be chasing Diddy, this is really nothing. This is just to cover up and say, take a little bit off of there, put the focus over here, and that's just what it is. It's just like right
I
now
think it's
with this
I
whole
think
thing
it's
that's going on with the ICE agents. Best
mm-hmm.
believe it's something that we missing, like always. That's going
Yeah,
on behind the doors that we don't see.
yeah,
like Donald
distraction.
Trump and
Something that they
Elon
trying.
Musk going at it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
They going at it. Right. Now, what's
It's,
their reason for going at it? All of a
exactly. You know
sudden,
what I mean? Yeah.
all of
there's
a sudden,
always something behind something. Every time they put out something else going on, they're trying to cover up, trying to distract you with it, man. It's always that. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe
But hey,
that.
Mom, I got a question. But guess the ones that's getting distracted by it? The ones that ain't got shit to do without. We got people that ain't got shit to do. That's one. You need to be out here worrying about something else. But we getting distracted with this bullshit. I can't do
Mm-hmm.
nothing with Donald Trump. I can't do nothing with Elon Musk. I can't do nothing with P
No,
Diddy. I
no,
can't do nothing with none. I don't
no,
know none of
no.
these motherfuckers. They ain't give me no money. They ain't supporting me. But we so worried about these people, and that's the
Yeah,
problem. If we put this energy on our own life and what we got to do, we will strive. But we keep worrying about everybody else and everything else, but what we need to worry about, and that's the problem. And especially when you ain't got a pot to piss in, but you worry about what P Diddy got going on over there. You know what I mean? You looking
but
through the
see,
motherfucking window, like, come on, man. If you
but
take
see,
the
a
same
lot of people.
energy and exert the same energy on your life and building things, you probably be further than what you are, and you won't be
But
worried about P
but a
Diddy.
lot of people
Guess
was
what?
just.
Hold on. And only our black culture is worried about these things. Man, these white man, these Caucasian people ain't worried about Hispanic man. They ain't worried about that.
You
Them
right,
people's
right.
not worried about that.
So do you look at it this way? And some people were saying that a lot of people is a lot of people talking about it because like the chat room I was in last night, they were saying they talking about it because they feel like it's another black man they just trying to take down for nothing and they trying to save this black man. So it ain't like, okay, mind your business, like we need to stand up
who
for
know?
this black man right here because we see that the government is messing with this black man for really no reason. Where he doing anything as a pimp did and everybody
What
else.
other black man you talking about?
Huh?
What other black man you talking? Excuse me. You talking about Dick?
No, I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about. Did he does like other black men?
And
I'm
you
talking
said
about
they were
anything.
doing this to help
I'm
the
not
other
saying
black
about other
men.
black men. I'm just saying he ain't did nothing. A pimp ain't did. He ain't did nothing that you know what I'm saying. Somebody who got a girlfriend that really like him, that feel like they done got broken and did something freaky for somebody. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did nothing that we ain't did as kids, man. And ran train on women. We everybody
Hey,
been
hey,
doing. He ain't
hey,
doing nothing.
hey.
And my reason why I'm
Speak
saying
for
this,
speak for
another black
yourself.
man, huh?
But that don't make it right
I
though.
said speak for yourself.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
that
just
don't
saying it
make it
don't.
right though. That don't make
No,
it
I'm
right
just saying
though.
it don't. I'm not saying they make it right, but I'm just saying what I'm saying is the way they come to this cat. I'm just saying, but this stuff been going on for generations. And I had
Of
something to say
course.
about
And
it. 'Cause
guess what? Can I say something? Some people get caught, and some people don't. God damn it, people ain't
yeah,
got caught.
man, that's it.
That's all it
That's
is.
just it. That's just it.
That's
Some
it.
people get caught. That's why I was trying to find. Cause I was like,
Right.
it just. I guess
Is it
some
a
people
price
get away
tag
from
on
it.
the
Then some
call
people
though?
get caught up, man.
Huh?
Is it a price tag on the call? Like
Yeah.
you only getting caught when you hit a certain age bracket
No,
or a
no,
money bracket. Because
no,
I know
because
some dudes,
listen,
man.
listen. They got 2.3 million people in prison because they got caught. They got caught. Those the ones that got caught. Those the ones that didn't get away. Oops. You know what I mean? They got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm asking this question: with the celebrities that's getting in trouble right now, is there a certain price tag that you have to be? You're not seeing the homies that's going to the club, bringing a couple of their homeboys. You know what I'm saying? On a street level, getting in trouble like these millionaire dudes. It seems like
I
when there's a certain
question.
tax bracket,
No, it's not
all
that.
of a sudden these niggas is getting in trouble.
No, question. Do I let the car? Do I let the car with a trunk full of drugs pass by, or do I want to get that fucking 18 wheeler? You know what I mean? With the drugs pass. Which one I want? You got to pick your. Which one you want? The 18 wheeler or the car full of drugs or the whole goddamn trailer full? Which one you want?
Well, if I can go catch one 18 wheel, I'm gonna let about 40 cars go by. So it really depends on who got the most work.
There you go. There you go.
Hey,
I
if
can
I
go
catch
catch
one
this
18
little
wood, I ain't
nigga
gonna
and let
do it.
three
I'm gonna get
18
that
wheels
one.
come through. It really
There you
depends on what
go.
it is.
Because guess what?
I don't
If I
know.
get the one with the 18 wheeler, I probably can bring more people down. You know what I'm saying? They had the 18 wheeler than the one with the car.
A bigger business,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You know what I mean?
So
Yes, sir.
So
That shit
I say this,
real.
man. Whatever the case may be, we got to keep our eyes open because whatever it is developing right now, we don't even know, man. We have the
Mm-hmm.
culture. If we ain't getting no love back, we keep on giving out, giving out, giving out. I really honestly think rap fixing to be over with real soon.
you think so?
Music
Me
ain't even the
too.
same. So I don't even think the culture is going to be affected the way that music has been affecting the culture. Everything is becoming together under one umbrella. But by it being so watered down now, and
Mm-hmm.
it's I ain't gonna try to sound like a I don't like women, but a lot of these women, female artists are taking over the game. Man, look how long it took Queen Latifah, MC Light, Lil Kim, and all them to be in the game, and they held it down with just them 8 females, some salt and pepper. You know what I mean? All them different females for that long period of time, bro. To right now, every female getting on there, she buck naked. It's about to run the
Yeah,
game
man.
real quick.
But before something to hear, you gotta think about it. It's back to that rap music again and whatever game they in because every woman that you see that signing these contracts, they got to be signing a contract to say go half naked because to a real man, that's a turn off to a real man to sit up there and show everything every time, man. And you ain't got nothing when I come over with that, damn, I done seen it all, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say but I hate when I see Sexy Red now. I see Cardi B out there. Man, if you married to even when you married to Offset, I don't blame Offset for doing what he did. Let that hoe get because like I said, but you out here, you married to me, I don't give who the fuck you are. You married standards now. Certain shit you just can't wear no more, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's just what that is. You know what I'm saying? You out here showing out the coochie, this, doing that, got to eat on your finger, sucking on lollipop. Man, you making me like a sucker right now, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? That's what you making me look like, bitch. You know what
Wait,
I'm
wait,
talking
hold up.
about? It's
I understand where you go with that, be true. But before he asked her to marry her, he had to have some kind of place to say, look, you look good in it, but can you tone it down a little bit? You know
and
what I'm
you
saying? 'Cause I
tone it
might need a
down.
little.
That's all.
If
Hey,
he married her and she was like that, she just got a little bit more crazy
hey,
later on.
can,
That's his
can,
fault. He had a
can,
chance to
It's
interview her.
all.
What you think,
can,
Corey?
so this is what I had to learn. I had to learn this. That I learned this like a couple of months ago. I had to learn this. You know what I mean, like people are who they are. Let people be who they be. You know what I mean, don't try to change somebody. That's the problem. We always want to change people. You cannot change it. She's a grown. she a mama herself. You know what I mean, she got a mama, her daddy. She was already raised. So we always trying to come in a situation. We try to change people, right? And I had to
Mm-hmm.
learn that, man. You trying to change people, they gonna go right back to what they was when they done with you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they itching to go back, right? It ain't gonna last. You gotta meet people that's genuine. You know what I mean? That respect themselves and want to change. You cannot change them. So if you come into a
You
relationship
cannot.
trying to change Cardi B or trying to make her do something, be something that she's not comfortable with, bro, it's not gonna ever last long because that person got to change on your own. You cannot make a person change. I had to learn that, man. Like, let people be who they are, and if they want to change, they're gonna change for themselves because they're gonna respect you, right?
But
When
Okay.
they
check this,
respect you,
Corey.
they'll change.
But check this out,
Don't go in
Corey,
there
before
trying
you
to make them
say.
change.
Now, but check this out though. You got to realize we all three men right here. Cardi, I'm talking about Offset right now. He knew what he had. He really did. Well, like you said, he came in. You cannot change the whole to a housewife, or none of that shit. Because see, what it is, if you got somebody bad as Cardi B saying got money like that, it has to be something that girl he seen in that girl to say this bitch ain't gonna change. She gonna be this nasty bitch and this dirty bitch. Let's make him. So I'm just saying for real to say, just check it out. That what made him start skipping ship and start doing other things and messing with other women. Because if you locked in with somebody tight like that, there's no other reason you shouldn't be leaving out your house. Out. No, you got everything you need, man. You got the baddest. But when you see that baddest ain't what you think it was, you got to find a way to shape this shit. But he too late. He got kids by the trash and everything now. Though. He in
Okay.
that
So it
deep
goes.
now. Man, child support.
It's
She
one of
in your
those
pocket
things.
now. He win.
So is he at a point to where he just like he part of that culture? He part of what's going on right then and there. He doesn't have an example of some real women back in the day that really put him up on game, or
Exactly.
does he just going for what's available? Because a lot of women say, well, he wants it, or this other dude wants it in my inbox, or whatever. Or I'm doing it for them. They never take accountability for doing it for themselves. So who's held accountable for him making that
Mm-hmm.
decision? Him, right?
Him,
Or is it just
temptation.
that
Hey,
he only has a
temptation is a hell
certain
of a
Him.
pool?
drug.
Huh?
Temptation is a hell of a drug, dog. Temptation is a hell of a drug, bro. Hey, I'm telling you,
Like a
money is hell of
motherfucker.
a drug. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, hey,
And,
clout is hell of a drug. You know what I mean? Man, hey, I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, dog. Hey,
and
telling you.
right now, what do y'all think about him taking her to court for alimony? It's crazy.
Look,
Crazy, man.
I don't
That's
know.
why I say,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
man, I
No
don't think he
answers.
should do it for the simple fact. But she said something. He said something about her trying to take everything he had. So if you came in with somebody that you been that person, Cardi B just came on sideline. You know what I'm saying? She just popped up like a dragon box head out of nowhere. Like you said, Temptations got in the pool. I gotta have me the baddest. I gotta have, that's what gonna give me the baddest in the game. Everything bad ain't good, man. Everything bad ain't good, man. That's why I try to tell motherfuckers, all these hoes try to get fake ass, these fake titties. Man, nigga like regular hoes. Bitch, all those fake ass might go on flat ass shit. Nobody don't want that. That's why I say he chose that bed, got lay in that bed, and whatever come out of that bed, and whatever bugs bite him in that bed, he need to be bit because he knew what he was getting into before he jumped in that truck, man. She come out the titty boy, man. Like Chris just said, man, you cannot change her. Though I know you might seen it and thought you was Offset, you was Amigo, or you him. No, man, she her. She already self-made. Dog. You can't change somebody that's self-made. They already been like that from 14 to 15. You can't change that, man. Ain't nothing that you got between your pants and your mouth or nothing in your pocket gonna change that because they naturally like that. Man. Like Chris said, when we break this up, I'm gonna go back to who I was before we got here. I was just holding it down for the simple fact I thought I'm trying to change for you, nigga. Only thing I was just saying, don't slip up. Don't slip up. You know I'm that trash. You know I'm that dumpster juice, nigga. So slip up if you want. And she's showing it right now. What a month, one of them lynch niggas, whoever she with, basketball player, she all over
Nah,
there.
she with some dude's
Football
name,
player, who
Stephon
she with?
Diggs.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
Stephon Diggs.
but
They
listen,
got pictures together. He
hold on.
stepping out on the bus. Come on, man.
But no, listen. Look, I want everybody. I need everybody to understand this.
Mm-hmm.
This what they like. This how they get money. That's how they make money. You know what I mean? These people make too much money for us to even be in their business. We ain't
Like a
nobody, so we
motherfucker.
can keep people out of our business if we want to, right? They want this how they get
Like a
clicks and
motherfucker.
likes and they make money. Bruh, they have enough money to be secret about their lifestyles if they want to. Bruh, are we
Mm-hmm.
normal Joe people? We can be very secretive about what we got going on in our lives. So I know goddamn well they can, but they don't want to. They like this. You know what I mean? Because that's how they make their money. Right? They want the drama. They
Yeah.
gonna put the drama. But I don't care what y'all texting in bed. Bro, who cares? But again, People that ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get their likes up. We're gonna go on their page. We're gonna befriend them and bro. It's only our culture that does that.
And I'm glad you said that, the culture, right?
But you know what? You
So
said that though, Chris.
if they're
But you said that
if
though.
they're doing it for
Go ahead.
occupation, and it's the culture, right? They're doing it for occupation, and then we have our daughters, our nephews, and them go and watch what they're displaying, and they can't hide publicly. They're not hiding it, right? But they're displaying it. So now that's the cycle we need to break because
Yes.
they're doing it for likes, views, and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Like Charleston White said, he gets up every morning to see what
Yeah.
he's going to go in on.
Yep.
But we're also in an era to where a lot of people can't, separate fake from reality. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? They can't separate.
Yep.
They don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that the real world and the social media world, because the Kardashians get on here, them the most made up women, they hit licks time after time after time on
Every
our
time.
culture. Time after time on our culture, bro, from stealing the men that the women say they don't have, the way they looking, you know what I'm saying? That girl looked like a whole boy out here before she got all that surgery done. You know what I'm saying? And only a few years has lapsed, bro.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a long time from when she was getting the surgery, from they had the reality show to when she was an adult and made that whole, now the whole family done had this change.
It's still fake
And
though, man.
it's
They
fake,
gotta
but
get
check this
surgery, man.
out.
You ain't natural,
There's
man.
nobody holding here's the accountability. There's nobody holding them accountable for saying, okay, this is what, and of course they're wrong. But what I'm saying, as far as the culture, our culture can cut that off because they're trying to mimic the culture. If it was something police within the
Mm-hmm.
culture, guess what? If it's a certain thing that hits a limit and it's like, nah, it's off limit, no fly zone, whatever the case may be, the culture should be able to shut that down because they're benefiting off of it, right?
You know
So
why? You
now,
know why?
what?
You know why? Nobody gonna keep benefiting off of us, off of it,
Nobody's
because
shutting it down.
it's not even because when it come with this paper, see, we never had it, and once we start getting it, we don't know how to act. See, Caucasians, they always had paper. You know what I mean? So they know how to act when it comes down to shit like that. They know how to act. We don't know how to act. When we start getting paper, nigga flash $1 million out, man, we'll kill our own pay, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how to act when it come down to the money. So our culture will never change because we don't know how to act when we get it. We want to go
Mm-hmm.
buy $1 million chains and $1 million.
Yeah.
Why we got
For what?
to get
For
robbed?
what, man?
But you
Yeah,
know what
to
I'm
get
saying?
robbed. And the crazy part about it, they trying to be like the rappers. The rappers ain't even got the real deal on everything. They got on fake. You know what I'm talking about? So they try back to talking about what you were saying, Chris, keeping up with the Jones. Why I try to tell people, don't
But
believe,
be true.
the eyes can
Be
be
true.
deceiving real quick, man.
Hold on, time out. That's Corey, not Chris. Yeah, I heard you
I
say
mean,
that a
Corey,
couple
my bad.
times. I was sitting
Yeah,
there
my
looking
bad,
like,
Corey.
who
Oh,
is
you
this
good.
nigga
He ain't
Chris he
correct.
talking about?
My bad,
I
Corey.
keep
I'm
thinking
Mr.
about Chris
But,
Interview.
Brown. I think about Chris. I'm like, man, you talking about Chris Brown? I don't know.
my bad, Corey. But I was just saying, like you
Nah,
were
you good.
saying, man. This the generation, man. We got to get off the material shit. And until that happens, it's the fad. I think it's already too late. Like you said, let's we stop it, but try to stop it because it's from generations on generations down that we picked up. And then all the videos you see, and like you said, back to the, Cardi B and them doing that. As you said, that maybe think they might be making phone calls. It's like we bickering about something. You know what I'm saying? Us three can do it. If we was big celebrities, we can get off this thing right now and say, hey
Yes.
man, we're gonna get in here like we got beef with each other just to keep something going.
Yes.
Let's get
Yeah,
the money.
They do it
It's
all the
just that
time. That's how they make their money.
you
They
done
yeah,
literally,
seen.
but it's leading the generation. It's leading the generation to a
they
bad
don't
path
care.
because they don't think
I
that's what's
can I tell you
supposed to be
something.
happening.
Listen, let me tell
Okay.
you something. Let me tell you something. Hold on. They don't. That's like the rich white man that's sitting on top. He don't give a fuck what's going on with the poor people at the bottom. He don't care. Long as his family and everybody
Yeah.
around him taking care of. Because guess what? Cardi B kids going to private school. They will not associate themselves with our people. They
Yep.
gonna
Yeah.
have their own a college paid for. So they don't care what they do to the bottom, feed the bottom. They
Mm-hmm.
don't care. Long as they can keep making money off of us, they gonna keep doing it because
Yeah.
we're the ones paying their bills. So they gonna keep
What you're
But
doing
you
saying.
it.
got to think about it. But still though, them the same people that's in the situation we was in the day before they got there. This is what I'm saying. He's the
Okay, but they no longer
same
there.
off the porch ass motherfucker we are right now, and then they got a little bag and then they done changed, dog. You see
But
what I'm
that's not
saying?
Now,
me.
this the
I,
thing
I, I got
about
a, I got a
this.
question. I got
Hold on. This
big.
is the thing about this. We can't forget that the percentage of people that are wealthy versus the percentage of people that are non-wealthy, that's a big number in disparity, right? So we got to understand that we're speaking on a small portion of
Small.
people that's getting a lot of exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
look,
crazy.
be truth. It's same thing with you. Be truth. Be truth. Right now, if you came up on $2 million, I promise you, you ain't gonna believe where you living at right now. Where you think you gonna, where
Like,
you think you gonna go
yeah,
live at?
I finna get
Right?
something better. You better believe that.
So things around you gonna change. Your kids life gonna
Hmm.
change because your kids, you know what I'm saying. So that's what happens, man. You're going to change, and
Yeah, I
generally
guess.
speaking, but that's why.
Yeah.
Listen, that's why we get up every day. We grind because we want change. Nor a normal person mental, right? We get up every day because we want change. We go to work every day. We want change, right? We
Hmm.
want change. That's why we get up. That's what life is about. Right? Change is not to stay stagnant, stay the same. So if you came up on
Yeah.
any type of money, in a sense, right, you're gonna change. You're gonna
Okay, but
change.
it go back to what you were saying. But
And,
okay, but it go back.
and if you don't change, you're a fool. And if you don't
Yeah,
change, I'm we,
but you said two sides of something. Remember you first you said black folks they get some majority. So like I just said, you got change. It's the same thing with money.
no,
I guess
no,
like
no,
it's
no,
the same
no,
thing. Like you gotta think
no.
about. Hold up. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Be smooth. It's
That's
different.
what I was saying because once a year,
Be true. I said,
go ahead. I listen to you.
no, no, I said it's different.
I'm
See,
listening to you.
we go buy Jordans. We ain't got the money to go do so. I'm talking people that got the money that can go afford the Jordans. They
No,
can
okay, on
see.
that,
But I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the ones that ain't got it, but still go get it. Right? That's the
Mm-hmm.
difference. Somebody that got it and they can go get whatever they want because they still got it. We ain't got a pot to piss in, but we still wearing Jordans on our feet. We're at the water
But you
bill,
know what? You gotta
the
think
water
about
get
it
cut off,
though.
the light bill get cut off because you want some
It's the
Jordans.
culture.
It's the
Yeah.
culture, right?
I'm
But
gonna
it's a
show you how bad
difference.
the culture is messed up though. But y'all not realizing our black culture so messed up. Only time we get to shine is once a year income tax time. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I say instead of like you just saying taking that money saving it, building it, and doing better. First thing you do, because like you just said, black folks ain't used to shit. You know what I'm saying? Soon we get that bag. Oh, I want that $2,000 iPhone. Oh, I want that Benz over there, knowing that the motor ain't no good in it. And I'm speaking on me. You know what
Yep,
I'm talking
yep,
about? Cause I bought me a
yep,
motherfucking Jag. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yep.
Look at the car and end up losing all my goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? I lost looking for the
Yep,
wrong thing when I had the money to go get me a car to get me back and forth to work. Now I ain't got no goddamn car. See what I'm saying? Making the
yep,
wrong goddamn decision. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Trying to live out the means. Even my baby mama told me, like, boy, you should do something wrong with that goddamn phone. That bitch was too goddamn pink for what you paid for. But I wasn't thinking like that. I was like, woo, woo, woo.
no,
He
you
being
know
dumb.
what? You know what?
Yeah. Woo.
No. Because our problem is we live for the culture, not for ours. You know what I'm saying? We do things for the culture, and
Bingo.
that's why we keep making
Exactly.
mistakes. We go buy the cars, we go buy the houses for people to go look at it to see. You know what I'm saying? We got
Mm-hmm.
it, right? But ain't doing nothing with it. What the? So that's the thing. That's why
Exactly.
we keep making these mistakes because we making decisions because we want other people to look at us a certain way. So we making
That's
dumbass
crazy,
decisions.
man.
Let me go buy this
So in
regular ass
other
car, knowing
words,
it ain't gonna work. But just because it's a Bentley, I'm gonna have that motherfucker parked, even that motherfucker don't run.
anyway,
But I
we
can
know what
fucking
on
post it.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Just
Corey, we can
get it in
honestly
smoke.
say that not only does the culture we have an influence have I mean the culture has an influence on other races of people, but it has a double negative impact on us because we still get hit with
Yes,
the expectations of the culture,
yes,
the cars, the
yes,
look, the hair, and
yes,
everything.
yes.
And we
Can I tell you
set
something?
these
Mm-hmm.
trends
I got
to
something.
still come back and hit us in the
Hey,
back. That's crazy.
guess,
That's wild.
guess what? Our race is the third richest race in the world. You hear me? The third.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Louis Vuittons, the Gucci's, and the Christian Louis, bro, we making these people rich. Us, our
True.
culture is what keeping
Exactly.
them in business. It's
Exactly.
keeping them
Because
in
we the only
business.
one buying that bullshit. We the only one buying that name brand bullshit. $500 per pants. Nigga, quit playing with me, nigga. I swear to you, bro. If I had $1 million just because where I come from, and I used to hustle, dog, I would not buy me no $500 pair of no pants. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense.
I'm
You know
with
what I'm
you.
saying? The stuff that people do, it's like I got
Hey,
money. I got it. That's you being dumb, bro. You being dumb,
hey,
bro.
now I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Say it
okay.
then, nigga. Don't lie about it. Tell
Hey,
it.
you know what I mean? Listen. I do it
No.
because I got it. I do it because
With
I got to do it. You know what I
so
mean?
what was the
And hold,
what
I
was the
and
can't.
most?
listen,
I can't, man.
huh?
So you would go buy a pair of $500 jeans?
I got $1,000 pair of shoes. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You
Okay.
know what I'm
Let me.
saying?
Okay.
You see
Okay,
what I'm saying? I can't
everybody
do it, bro.
everybody has their vice. I know a young man
Everybody, yeah.
works
But
hard, dude. He owns every Saturday when he comes see me every Saturday, brand new pair of Jordans on, icy, and showed him how to
but
get it. He got a whole that's his thing, and he look at me and say, "Jordans are my thing. I know it's your thing." You know what I'm saying?
yep,
So,
yep.
and I will splurge on that. But this is the thing about it. Like you said earlier in this very conversation, man, we can work hard and go get whatever you want to go get, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem.
Wrong with
That's
it.
not a
But
fact.
Exactly.
you know what I mean? I see a lot of the posts saying like, oh man, you know, the richest millionaire, he doesn't have on the jewelry or he doesn't go buy this and he might
That's
have on
not
some
true.
basic shoes. But that same white dude will go buy some stuff that is oblivious to us,
Yes,
even in
yes,
nature or any other culture.
yes.
They have their own vices and they do what they want to do with their money.
But
It's
the thing,
just we get criticized for the culture probably because our money stays in the community. It circulates what less than 3 seconds now, and it used to be for
no,
minutes.
but home, no, no. Our problem is this, Pete. Our problem is we listen. We eat at Mexican restaurants. We eat at Asian restaurants. We eat. Now our money is spread it to everybody.
That's what I'm
Our
saying. It
But
money.
circulates.
Listen, guess what? Indian people gonna only eat Indian food in Indian places. Okay,
yeah,
Mexican people gonna eat at only
Chinese
Mexican
people.
places, and we eat everywhere. We the only culture that eats every goddamn culture.
And
We
you right
splurge our
about
money
that.
on everybody.
True, true.
On the clothes,
Yeah.
from the shoes to the food to everything. Our culture is so diverse. We're spreading our money around. Oh, we get hey, everybody getting some black money. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Everybody. You right about that. Everybody get a piece of our pie, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I
Everybody.
was telling people.
We don't
So
keep
why
it in the
what you
house.
think
We
about
do
this
not keep it in
though?
the house.
Well, think about this though. We don't have no black stores, no black owners over here. Like I'm in Garland. I can't go nowhere and go to a black spot over here where I can say, well, let me go to Don P spot today and spend some money with my partner. You don't have that because everybody on these stores are foreigners. Everybody from Chinese to Indians. I don't never see no black. You said we own a lot of things. I guess they put another name on and put a change behind the table because I don't see motherfucking black folks behind no table on the shit right now. Dog. I swear,
You
not on where
can't.
I'm at.
Listen,
Just,
I told
just
you.
like you
You
said earlier,
can't.
though. You
You
said if
can't.
Mo3 said he would go buy a t-shirt shop and wouldn't even let you know that it was owned by a black person. You know what I mean? So
Okay, yeah,
we have that effect in our culture too, that we don't even shop with our people, or we gonna come in there and ask for discount. Every 100 people
Yep.
might come shop with
Yep.
you. They come and ask
Yep.
for 100 discounts. Versus
hmm
you go to
And
Walmart, of
then
course, you know the
and
thing you're
then
gonna pay whatever's on the
look.
tag. You know what I'm
And then
saying?
think about it. And then if you place yourself in a private what word I want to use um God damn it, a low income area, right? What happens to
Yeah.
your stuff? Now they break it in your shit, right? They can't, you know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
always something. It's always something when it
Always
comes down
something,
to
bro.
our black. It's always something. We never want to see each
Now,
other
We
come
always
up.
hate on
We
each
don't.
other like
let me
we don't want to
let
see
me
each
tell
other
you
with
something
nothing, man. It's
that I
crazy.
noticed today. So I was driving around, and I live north of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I didn't stay in Dallas for a little minute. I moved out here, and I remember people saying like, "Hey, man, you know, ain't nothing in our neighborhoods but uh, liquor stores and this and that and that and
chicken
that."
and chicken.
And you know, I mean, stuff that they think that that's what we do. But then I drove around a couple of liquor stores today. I said, the difference between the liquor stores I'm seeing right now and the ones that's in the hood is that the ones in the hood that everybody shops to because they're located in a certain area. So it's white, black, Mexicans, and everybody shopping at these. But in the white neighborhoods, it's nothing but white people going buy alcohol 2, 3 o'clock on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, hold up, man. What they try to place on us ain't cool. Just like that, like some we had a debate the other day. They saying, "Oh, y'all the most loudest black people, the most loudest people." Then there was another person said, "No, it ain't Mexicans
So
and Puerto Ricans. They loud too." But we take all the
hmm
negativity from the culture. We lose everything that's positive about the culture, negative about the culture. The double thing that comes hurts us about the culture. Like the culture is affecting everybody differently. A lot of people are using it to be a fashion statement, to look good, to, what I'm saying, gain more friends and likes on the internet, become, popular rappers and stuff if you're not a black person. But at the same time, it's harder to even exist in our own culture, which is crazy. Because just imagine, you remember how it was, Be True, trying to go sell something on the street corner, like your own CD. to one of us. Oh man, that's just like as if you know what I'm saying, you to put a swastika on the front of that joint and was trying to sell it. It's gonna be harder, you know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody else come over there, you're gonna give them a break and you ain't gonna ask for the discount. Yeah, I take it. Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna ask for no hookup. You ain't gonna ask for no plug. You're gonna take it and do whatever it do. Our culture is dangerous, man. And it's I don't know how long it's self sabotage. It's sabotaging us in a way, but at the same time, it's a very powerful tool. I just don't get it, man. It's just crazy.
And guess what they'll do? They'll watch you go. They'll watch you get that bread. They watch somebody watching, and they'll come rob you for it.
True.
Come rob you for it.
It's true.
They'll literally watch you, and they'll come
And
rob you
but
for it.
why is it that they're going to other neighborhoods to do that?
Because they know better.
What you mean?
They
They
know
gonna get
better.
locked up real quick. Huh?
They know better.
Yeah,
Know what I'm saying?
or they
They know
can't
better.
travel that far out to get to some of these lists.
No, hey, let me tell you something. Bus, train, bikes, they can travel, but they know better. They know better. They know better that the other culture ain't gonna play with their ass. They know better. Trust me.
Yeah, it was crazy because they were just
Let
having a
me go ahead and
string
stay
of.
over here and stay. Let me
They
go.
had a string.
Hey, let me tell you something. See, I'm a stand out. If I go to a Caucasian neighborhood and walk around with a hoodie on or at nighttime, see, I stand out.
Okay.
See, me doing it in the hood, I don't stand out. So I can walk around with a hoodie, with a drink, I don't stand out. But going to another culture's neighborhood, Hispanic,
You're
Indian,
gonna stand out, right?
white, going to another culture's neighborhood, you're gonna stand out. And that's the thing. So you can't commit crimes in those areas because guess what? You easy pinpointed. In the black community, you ain't easy pinpointed because we all doing the same thing. We all dressed alike. They all think we look alike. So we all look alike. We all dress alike. So you can't
So
pinpoint it.
everything's more acceptable over there, right? Because we were just talking about earlier
That's
that
it.
a white person, anybody
That's
else
it.
in another race can
Hey,
come into the black neighborhood. We're gonna show them
hey,
love,
hey.
right?
Cause let me tell you something. Everybody in other communities, they got neighborhood watches, motherfuckers walking around looking through their windows all day long, cameras on every goddamn door. You know what I'm saying? You go in the black
Man, playing
community, you
that.
ain't got that going
Hey, you
on.
know what's
You know
crazy?
what I mean? Hey, guess what? Guess what? It's snitching. I ain't snitching on nobody.
Yeah,
I ain't telling. That's our favorite thing. Don't want to be a
don't want
snitch.
to be a snitch. I ain't reporting this, and then like even today's day, they don't even know what snitching is, man. I had to break that down to one of my youngins, like what a snitch really is versus what they try to make it seem to be nowadays. You know what I mean? Snitching is something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And they leave out the crime part of it, of you committing a crime with a person and snitching on that person or telling somebody that you was in a crime with. You know what I mean? But being a civilian
Mm-hmm.
and reporting something, they're getting the snitching.
Report something.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
snitch.
Somebody that came down Miss Johnson block and knocked her rear view mirror off her car and a little kid seen it. You know what I'm saying? No, that's a child. First of all, it's a civilian. He making
Yes.
a report. But if I come around that corner
You
and
make a
loop that
report
corner and me and little John finna go put in some work and I drop my phone out the car,
together.
you know what I'm saying? And they take that and get the fingerprints and come get me from my place of business. And I tell them little John, then I snitch. But a lot of people don't understand that part of the
Mm-hmm.
game nowadays. It's so crazy,
Mm-hmm.
man. But again, it's the culture. The culture is
It's the
getting us.
culture, though.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, I really think that it starts with us now. But I think that the missing fathers in some of these households and some of these scenarios is what was making it a lot easier because now we can go in there and police those situations the way we need to because the lack of seeing it in a certain amount of time to all of a sudden it just being something that they have to start taking heed of, it's going to be a shock to them. Again, if they're not used to being
Mm-hmm.
raised that way or spoken to that way, all of a sudden, the mother or the auntie or somebody else that's watching this kid is gonna be like, "Oh, you a little too rough on him," or "Don't be talking to him like that." So we still have that conflict that's going on. How many households
Yep.
is that happening versus how many neighborhoods is this going through? You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. So what's the true answer? That was the question I wanted to ask. Like, and to sum this up, like, what's the true answer, man? Like, what are we going through? What is it going to take? Because we just now seeing the first part of the presidency. We just seeing the ICE come through. I'm really thinking it's divide and conquer. If we get them out the way, then we move these people out the way, then we can conquer these people. But if we try to do it when they're all together in solidarity, or they can come together, it's going to be a problem because they outnumber us. And that's what I'm thinking. That's really what this is leading up to. What do you think about that?
like I said, I just feel like again, as people again, just take I mean take accountability for what we got going on, what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Again, have that ambition, have that discipline, right? I think we can move further with that. You know what I mean? Respect ourselves. Once you start learning to respect ourselves, you know what I mean, other people gonna start respecting us, and that's what it comes down to. Other than that, I mean, there's really no other right answer to that. You know what I mean? Respect goes a long way. Again, like I said, respect yourself, respect who you are, and other people gonna respect. Other than that, we gonna always have this issue.
Yeah, that is true. And I
So
was saying it starts with us. So who would need it more? Is this a more of an individual thing, or is it going to be like, do we need to empower our women more?
it's gonna always be no. It's all it got to start with the person. So it's gonna be an individual thing. Everything starts individually.
Mhm. So everybody
So
has to
it's
want the
always gonna be an
same
individual
change
thing.
because I don't see
Everybody got to want the same thing.
I don't see everybody jumping on the board trying to say this. I see a lot of people saying they cool with it. Well, I'm thinking because
Yeah.
we haven't
Hey,
seen
again,
the
that's
change yet.
hey, but like I said, that's like getting everybody to like spaghetti. Everybody ain't gonna like spaghetti. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And when they do, they're gonna make it their own flavors and they're gonna add their own things to it, right? So that's the thing that we're going with. It might not ever change. You know what I mean? Because we're so far in it. We want to say it in our lifetime.
That can be
We
true.
want to say it in our
So
lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So
evolution, where everything evolves. Do you think that certain things that get played out, certain things that start dying, certain things that get old, to where it comes back around? You know, everything repeats itself. History
that's what
repeats
life is
it. Does
about.
it get better
That's like
when it loop back around?
it gets better when lose. And sometimes it get worse. It depends.
Well,
It
I'm
depends. It
saying, but
depends on how
is
we're
it
doing
only
right
come
now.
around? Because just imagine, we calling them YNs now. Before there was
Hmm.
YNs, they had another something we was calling them. Before we was calling them what they was calling them, then it was us, right? So
But look at it. It's getting worse and worse and worse. With every name, it's getting worse and worse and worse.
yeah, but does it get better? Because
That's the
there's
thing.
some good kids out there though, bro. There's still some good
They
kids out there.
do.
There's not a
They
lot of
do.
them,
They do.
but will it
They do.
eventually weed itself out? You don't think so? It's
No,
gonna get worse. Yes.
it's gonna get worse. Long as social media, long as we have social media, you know what I mean? Long as we have, like I said, this less fathers in the home and like I said, you know what I mean, less what we're gonna use motivators and disciplinaries and the less we have of that, bro, it's not gonna get better, bro. It's gonna get worse and worse. Like I said, the names like YN, bro, that sounds horrible. You know what I mean? Just saying the name
Just
YN. What
say
the fuck? You
YN.
know what I mean? That's like hey, off top, it sounds like a killer. Off top.
Yeah,
It's like the motherfucker ain't
So,
got nothing to
nothing to
do with
lose.
themselves but just stealing.
You ain't got nothing to lose,
Nothing
bro.
to lose. YN?
what's that YN standing for, young
Yeah,
nigga? Well, what's going
Yeah.
on? I mean, why nigga? What? I ain't never heard YN. What is he new? What is this? What is this new stuff, man?
this
What is that?
is, I guess, they needed a name. They got the name. I don't know who named them, but they're YNs. You know what I mean? And from the answers, let me see. The first person I ever heard somebody say it in a derogatory term was Tupac. He said, "End your life before you begin your life, you young nigga." Remember, he on
Mm-hmm.
that song, and
No,
he
I
was
don't
like,
know
"Yeah,
that.
But look,
outlaws or something like that." He was making it seem like being a young nigga was stupid. And now they're taking pride in being stupid. I know a couple of these young dudes out
very
here that
stupid.
Yeah,
just dumb,
exactly.
like
Very
don't
stupid.
care. They act like we haven't seen. And I know we was young too, and we was looking at people. But the difference between when we was young coming up, bro, we respected the people that was already in the streets. You know what I mean? Because we got the answers from
Yeah,
our auntie.
OG.
Oh, they go crackhead Charles. Well, you know not to listen to Charles. Charles a crackhead. Everybody called him
Mm-hmm.
crackhead Charles. But when
Yeah.
you hear, oh, here comes Mr. Jones, man, make sure you put your shirt up right quick. Oh, okay, we got to respect Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, he playing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different era when we came in. We knew. Now they just mixing it up. Everybody's whatever. Somebody, it can be
No, it's not that.
But you gotta think
Era
about it.
is
You gotta think we're gonna turn to a lot of followers. A lot of our generation
the era
followers,
is
dog. It's no
followers.
leaders, man. It's just a lot of followers. Want to be this, want to be that. That's why I said we mimic everybody else. One thing about us, instead of trying to be somebody else, you get to know who you are. You'll be a better person because you cannot figure yourself out trying to be. I can't be you and him. You can't. You got to be yourself, man. We so busy trying to be something that we not that you don't even know yourself no more, dog. And that's what I see in this new generation. Too much being followers, dog. Where the leaders at, man? I don't see no leaders no more. I'm just being real.
Okay, so that comes to us. We got to be the leaders. So stop complaining about it, and we
Got
got to
to.
be about it. So we got to be the leaders. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But we can't keep complaining about ain't no leaders when we the ones can be the leaders. You know what I mean? Starting
exactly.
today, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
so if you can complain about it, then you got to take action on it, right? If you see something ain't
Uh-huh.
right, that means then you got to make that change. And what's happening is we see what's wrong, we ain't trying to make the change, but we
Oh,
complain
if I
about
see
it.
something, if I see something, dog, I stand on it, dog. Cause I be trying to tell these little youngsters, man, get your mind right, dog. Because a lot of these cats out here twisted. I had got into it with this little youngster, man. Oh, some you ain't gonna go through the detail, but it was a mishap. You know what I'm saying? He started talking so crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like trying to tell him, look here, young man, I ain't what you talking about, man. For real, I ain't him, man. This ain't what you want, bro. And to the point where I'm just trying to tell you, man, I see better than you in that, man. You know what I'm saying? You sit up here talking to me crazy when I should be smacking on you, but I'm trying to tell you, dude, you ain't gonna get far with that talk, man. You ain't playing with no little kid, boy. I get at you, man. But what I'm trying to tell you, man, better yourself, man, because all this tough man stuff you doing, man, you ain't gonna make it for a while. I just tried to explain to him, man, and a couple of days later, as I chopped him up, because I wanted to get at it, but I felt bad. He a kid, man, but he sit up to calling me B's and H's over the phone, you know what I'm saying? And every time I tell him, because I told him, meet me at the store, bro. I done already explained to you, man, that I ain't him. I'm trying to still be on to your dog, and you know what I'm saying, and advise you to do right thing. But if you're gonna keep talking to me like that,
I'm
meet
gonna
me
have
at
to
the
show you.
store, and then see, and then he didn't show up, dog. But I was glad he didn't because I was gonna rag dog. I was gonna show him, but I know my heart, my dude. I was gonna rag that boy out, and I was gonna come home and feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to, man, I'm trying to talk to you, bro. But some of these youngsters,
Hey,
their heads so messed up because they feel like don't nobody love them. They don't know how to love nobody. They ain't never seen love before. They don't know how to carry that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he seen me trying to talk to him. He came back to me 2 or 3 days later. Say, you know what, B man, I apologize, man. I was out of line for that. Man, I said, man, yeah, see what I'm saying? You had to go sit on something. See, shit could have got real ugly now. I done did something. You one of them youngsters you ain't gonna do nothing but go get the pistol and try to, you know what I'm saying, do something to me and end me, you know what I'm saying? Cause you ain't man enough to stand up for yourself. So that's what they
but
do now.
be
Back then, y'all know how we do back then. We used to
hey,
fight and be
be true.
friends. You know what I'm saying? That next day we friends. But now these cats, they cowards. Ain't no fighting.
Right,
They want to kill the enemy because they so scared to get beat up, man. It ain't nothing wrong with getting beat up, bro. It's teaching you how to fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't learn how to fight, you're gonna turn into a killer because all you know is the trigger, dog. That's why I said back in our days, we gonna fight, and then if you get beat up, you and little Tim still homeboy the next day. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
ain't
It's
finna
not
do
like
some.
that no more, dude. It's
all right,
not like that
but that's
no
the
more,
thing.
man.
We should be letting these young kids. You know what I mean, take us out of our position. You let this young man could take you out your position.
Yeah,
You would have beat this young man up and end up in prison, or you
quick.
would have
He
killed
took
him.
me out
Come
of
on, man.
quick.
You let this young man trick you out your position. You let this young kid.
But I talked to him. I tried to talk to him
Okay, well
though.
if you can't, then
I was trying to talk to him like a father
guess what?
figure though. But check me out. I was trying to talk to him.
Sometimes you gotta hang up the phone on him.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you gotta hang up the phone on him.
Yeah.
I did. I did, but he kept texting me. Like I said, I didn't
Sometimes you
have to
gotta
respond.
block him.
You right? It just, I ain't used to.
Sometimes you gotta block him.
But see, I want that. But see, just check this out though. Check this out though. It just shocked me because when you talk to somebody, it's just like me and you and Don P talking every day. Then all of a sudden the misunderstanding happens. Then then I'll call y'all been holding all of a. Man, it's like, hold up, man. Hold up, man. You know ain't that dude. We ain't on that
But look who you talking to three grown
level,
men.
dog. I ain't Mayweather and all of that, dog, because you're going to have to show me Mayweather and you, my nigga, because see, you don't talk me out my character. And that's what you telling me. I let him take me out my character, but I wasn't trying. I was just trying to talk to him, bro. But he just would. He wouldn't let me say nothing. Every time I say, "Look, her fool," I'm texting it back. Like, man, you can say what you want to say, dog. I'm still trying to do music with you, man. I know you better. Fuck you, old ass, no, bitch ass, no. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying shit when I'm started trying to talk nice to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm started saying nice shit. He started saying that's when my shell broke. Like, okay, bitch, I guess you think I'm him then. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, like the nicer I get, the more tougher you get. So since you thinking that you him and you think I'm this whole ass nigga, meet me at the store, and I was glad I swear to God, I was
Be
glad
truth,
he did. I
be
was gonna
truth,
smack the shit out that little
be
boy.
truth, be truth. I got a question. Can that man whoop
Yeah.
you? Yes or no? Do you think he can whoop you? Yes or no?
Shit, I don't underestimate nobody, but I know we was
No.
gonna go out there and something. I know when I
He
left,
said
it
we
was
about
gonna
to
be
go
we
find
both gonna
out.
be thrown up.
Hey,
I
listen
know
to me.
one thing about it. I can't tell that man if he can whoop me or not, but I know what my intention was. My intention was whatever you gonna do, you finna show me because I was through talking. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God to you, bro. If he showed up the way he was talking to me, he had to show me that you can whoop me. That's the only way I would have found out. That's the only way I would have found out because when he came up talking like that, I was through talking to him. When I came out my house from my comfort zone and had to go back to the store and post up at the store 9 o'clock at nighttime to sitting there like a dumbass. No, you finna show me something. I ain't come out the house for nothing. I ain't come out. I come to grab your motherfucking shirt, nigga, and throw you on. And we finna go get it. If you whoop me, nigga, then I just got whooped. But tonight you finna show me that you Mayweather, bro. It wasn't no. I pulled up to the store and there he took me out of my character, dog. Because like I said, to the point, you can only be nice to
But
these
see,
kids. You
hey,
ain't
be
they
true.
daddy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't they
Be
daddy.
true. Be true. Listen to me. That's why a lot of us ain't alive today because we get tricked out of our positions, bro.
Right on.
I'm
He
telling
tricked
you.
me. He tricked me, dog. He tricked me.
Listen, you know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
did. Cause you said you was standing out there with your
Out there at
dumb
9 o'clock.
self. You said I was out there on my dumb self with no shirt on. I
Yeah,
was so
I'm
laughing
9
like
o'clock at
he got
night at the
both of
store. At the store, niggas at the store, they be posting. I'm like, what you out here for, man?
them.
Say, man, we ain't gotta talk about
Say,
it. See, you finna see. I ain't gotta talk about nothing, man. You gonna see why I'm out here, bro. See, for real. I ain't explaining nothing, nobody, nothing, man. I sit there. I got out the car, I waited. I sit in the car, smoked me a square. I drove off. I ain't gotta tell nobody nothing. But when he pulled up, you gonna see why I'm out here, bro. I'm not playing.
say,
You know what I'm saying?
hey, be
Like he
true.
said, he took me out of my character, dog. He stole me, man. And
Say
I'm
you was
glad he
out
told me.
there,
Dog, I'm glad he told
you
me
was
that,
out
dog.
there
Because
hot
next time
like
I went, nah,
you
man, I'm
was out
glad he
there hot
told me
like
that.
Smokey was, and then they was waiting for that food to come back and shoot up the worm and shoot up the block. They go that food. They go. Nah, they do
Hey, but I'm glad he told me that, P, because I can't let that happen no more. Because he's like he
You
telling me,
can't,
man,
bro.
no matter what, you got to be the bigger person in all situations, man.
You
Because
fall
like he
right into
said,
the
it could have
trap.
came after, it could have ended my life. Me letting this sucker boy play me like that. You understand me? He might never had any
Yeah,
intention to fight me. He probably came up to shoot me. See what I'm saying? And what if
exactly.
he would have came up and then he would have pow me? You see what I'm saying? And like he said. Like the bro said, I should have let him do me like that. And to this
Should have
day, I'm
got
glad
took
you
you out the
said that.
spot.
Sometimes I'm just gonna
If he'd have
instead
came
of
up there
stepping
with
in the
that
shit,
pow pow, you'd have been up saying ouch ouch, and then
out
when I
out. That's
stood
why I
talking
say
about it ain't
instead of
running,
me stepping in the shit next time, I'm just gonna step over the shit next time because
yeah.
this new generation is not the same. So sometimes even as a grown man, you gotta watch your mouth, man. You really
And
do. You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna have to take
saying?
that too, because I know I don't want to be tricked out of my spot. You know what I mean? And I can't let these
You-
YNs or little ninjas, whatever they
Hey,
call
but
them,
you can't say nothing,
make
dumb
me
Pete.
quit.
Hey, but remember when old girl son got
Yeah,
online with you called me? You see,
yeah,
he took you out your character.
he did. And I had to catch as soon as she was on the phone with the police, talking about hello, police. Yeah, I snapped right out of it. Like, hold up, wait a minute. She called the police
That
on
boy
me.
got that right out of it.
Snap right. Who she calling the police on? What? I was like, oh yeah. Matter of fact, this ain't even that
Woo.
serious no more. They got
Man,
changed
ain't
now.
that serious, man.
And I
But I'm
wasn't even
glad
the
he
one
told me
doing
what he
nothing.
told me,
I'm
though.
out there defending myself. But the way it looked, and the police is called, I didn't even want to explain it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like you said, man, we can't let them trick us out of our spot. But that's the fine thing, man. How do you go from not being tricked out of your spot, making an approach to these young dudes, and getting through to these young dudes? Because bro, I'm like hitting a stone wall. They don't listen. You know what I'm saying?
But see, okay, so you gotta remember though. Look, you gotta always remember. Always take yourself back when you was young. We all did dumb shit. We didn't listen. That's why we all in our
Mm-hmm.
situations that we
Mm-hmm.
are today because we didn't listen, right? So
Mm-hmm.
some of these young boys ain't gonna listen. They gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
You only know better when you go through the experience and when you get older and you get the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? To make it to where we at now, that we have the wisdom that we do have that we can share. And if some pick it up, some don't. They do. But we had to go through the same thing that we all did. We always young. We all did dumb shit. Plain and simple. We
Yeah.
all did it. But we still made it out to where we are now that we can speak wisdom. Now all we can do
Mm-hmm.
is speak the wisdom in our experience to them. That's all we can give them. That's it. You're gonna take it or you're gonna leave it. One thing you're gonna do is you're gonna always remember what was told to you.
What was told to you?
You always
Yeah.
gonna remember that.
So when you sitting up in
You know what
that
I'm
Yeah,
cell
saying?
block,
that's why I keep my
saying
son different. I
go.
don't whoop my son, man. I whoop him if he get out of line. But my thing is, my dad used to not just whoop me, dude. When whooping was good, but I feel like he would beat me. So you know what I'm saying. So when I had my own son, kids like he said, we used to be boys. So my BM, she get mad sometimes, do stupid. But you gotta realize boys are different than girls, man. We do stupid stuff and And one thing about a little boy, you can't tell his hard head little boy nothing. He got to bump his own head and feel that own bump just to wake up and realize what's going on, bro. That's all that is, man.
Yep.
Shoot, my mama didn't play that thing. Whether it was learning for what it is, if it was a fade that needed to be faded, I was well faded. Catch fade. No breaks, no layoffs, no payoff. Fade.
Yeah, my mama didn't play with me, dog. It's just these days you can't whoop your kids no more because you know what I'm saying. The government's so deep up in everything, man. They took all the whooping out the house. You can't whoop your babies no more.
You can't. You just gotta do it. We gotta stop saying we can't. We must. Spare the rod, spare the child, man. Break him off. Don't break nothing.
Break them off. And tell them when you call the police, be your last time calling. Call them. Matter of fact, if I see you picking up the phone, I don't think he ain't gonna be able to pick up the phone when you call them, dog. So they gonna be scared to touch the phone. That's why I said because you, like you said, you just got to do it. But I think more of a conversation with a child. I think you can talk to a person. Like he said, if you talk to a person, it's up to them because they gonna listen. And it's going. You might think they're not listening, but they listening. So when that time comes, they gonna use it. Like I said, when they got out of line, when you got to really put your foot down on these new kids, man. You ain't got to go around just beating on people, man. I don't like all that old beating ass shit. I didn't like it, fool. And I still came out like how I came out. Huh?
I said, plus you get too old and too tired for that.
Yeah, too tired for all that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got to go there with the baby, go ahead. But that's when you know, that, like he said, start in the house. You don't let it get too far now. And if anybody got their kid talking crazy to them like the white kids be, fuck your mom, you don't went too far, dog. You know, black kids don't talk like that today, mom. Fuck, I hate you, dad. You don't hear that type of shit. Motherfucker get rings around the towel and threw up under the bed. Fuck on top of the bed. I'm gonna throw you up under the bed. Know what you just say? She won't say that's what's different from us. That's why I said you got to stop the respect or start the respect in your house. A lot of these kids, they disrespectful because the start in their house ain't no respect in the house. And that's just real, man.
So look, we have so much energy on correcting and disciplining our kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what about educating our kids, right?
Yeah.
Let's put that energy into educating our kids. You know what I mean? Doing that because we're putting a lot of exertion on disciplining them. But what about the next step? Yeah, we can discipline them. But then what else? What else?
That's true. So
you know what I'm
saying? We've covered a lot, man. We're going on 2 hours. I like at the end of it, if y'all have any suggestions, information you want to give out, your social media, you know what I mean, anything you want to let people know, we go ahead and start now and start with Corey. You go ahead first. Then we end it with Be True. Then we're going to pay the bill.
Yeah, again, you can reach me at on Facebook says James 4, TikTok says James 35, and Instagram says James 4. Let me tell you, reach me in the contact, anything like that. So that's where you can reach me at them platforms.
Okay. Be True. What about you, homie?
Yeah, man, you can reach me on Facebook, Brian Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I'm on there probably 100 times, but you'll find me. You know what I'm saying? But on my TikTok page, it's Be True. I only got one TikTok page, man. And I'm pretty, you know what I'm saying, pretty hot on TikTok, real talk. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. You know, I'm motivated to speak on that, man. They know your boy, so if y'all don't mind, man, look us up, man. You know what I'm saying? We there, man. And shout out to my boy P, man, for this platform because we need to do this more often, bro. Have things going on like this and where fellowships can talk like this and talk about some real life stuff going on, man. So keep your good work up, man, for real, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And it's all possible with the homies that come on with. So I want to thank y'all, man, for coming on here. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all choose to be right here at the PM Lifestyle Podcast, man. So with that being said, man, shout out to my boy Sugar Slim. It's time to pay some bills. Shout out to Sugar Slim, man. If you need beats, intros, outros, anything of that nature, man, holler at your boy Sugar Slim on Instagram /Sugar Slim Beats. He can get you going, man. Trust me, we're all the way from the good windy place of Florida. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, he gonna give you some of that of what you're looking for, man, to get your project going and off the ground, man. Holler at Sugar Slim. Let him know you got him right here on the PM Podcast, man. I want to thank my boy Be True. I want to thank Corey for coming through, man. Like I said, man, next time, y'all stay tuned in. Subscribe, comment, share, whatever the case may be. But subscribe to, gotta get our followers up, man. The PM Lifestyle Podcast, the PM Lifestyle on YouTube, Falon McKnight on Instagram, Falon McKnight on Facebook. And with that being being said, man, we out.
We out.
Good to meet you, Corey. Say, Corey.